Dear beloved, there is an intelligence that lives in the hands. It is a feeling passed down from the heart, that is filled with compassion, intention, and awareness. When you place the hand upon your solar plexus chakra, you are allowing your heart to speak directly to the sun within your solar plexus. The solar plexus is a radiant sun, a golden light that mirrors the central sun in the center of the cosmos. The solar plexus listens to and harmonizes with your feelings. It hears in the language of feelings. When we center our breathing, our focus, and the vibrations of financial blessings and divine luck there from the hands, we are rehearsing that reality. Just as the sun pulls planets into orbit with its magnetic field, the solar plexus, when charged with repeated feelings, form and pull those experiences from within the subconscious mind. Each time you rehearse this emotional state, the sensation of prosperity, of blessings, of overflow, you are no longer pretending. You are training the inner sun to feel. And feelings, in this energetic temple, becomes reality. The more you feel it, the easier it is pulled from the subconscious mind into your experiences. The more you affirm it, the more that golden magnet reaches into the subconscious and pulls back the experiences shaped in the frequency of your feelings. But there is more. When the hand chakra meets the solar plexus, when love's extension touches the sun, you awaken the eye of the subconscious mind. This eye is in the deep subconscious. It is the seer that gazes within the inner realms where experiences are formed. It attracts experiences and sees them as they come. It sees the subtle unfoldings of destiny long before the conscious mind catches on. In this place, perception itself becomes a power. What you perceive, you claim. What you affirm, you magnetize. What you feel, you embody. Thus, to place the hand upon the solar plexus is to return the heart to the seat of power. This aligns the will of your desires with the light of the inner sun, and the vision of the subconscious mind. Place a hand on your solar plexus and say, I am lucky. And I am a magnet of wealth. Relax your gaze and see it being called forth from the subconscious as new experiences. In this union of heart and sun, hand and light, love and focus, you do not simply call forth financial blessings and divine fortune, you become the radiant vessel through which they are known. The heart speaks through the hands. When you place your hand on the solar plexus, it is not merely contact, it is communion. The heart is extending itself to the sun within, speaking in the only language the solar plexus understands, feelings. Emotion is magnetic rehearsal. The more you feel financial blessings in your solar plexus, the more your body rehearses it as reality. Repetition etches feelings into energy, and feelings magnetizes form. The solar plexus is the personal sun. As the sun holds the planets in orbit, so too does your solar center pull desired realities toward you. The hand is the wand of the heart. When you lay it upon your solar plexus, it is as though the heart is casting a prayer in presence, in vibration, in certainty. You are imprinting the field with feeling. Each time you center the feeling of wealth and divine luck, you charge your inner sun with instructions. The more consistent the charge, the stronger its gravitational pull. Magnetism grows through emotional rehearsal. Just as muscles build through repetition, your magnetic field strengthens as you repeatedly anchor feelings of abundance in your solar center. Desire becomes destiny through embodiment. When you don't just wish, but feel your blessings in your core, the universe begins responding to your state. The eye of the subconscious opens in stillness. When your hand rests on your solar plexus and you breathe in the feeling of your desires, the subtle eye within, the eye of the subconscious, begins to see the unseen paths of manifestation. The subconscious watches what you rehearse. Each emotion you center becomes instruction to the subconscious. When those emotions align with abundance, the subconscious organizes your reality to reflect them. You magnetize and perceive simultaneously. With the heart in the hands and the sun in your center, you not only pull experiences toward you, you begin to recognize their approach before they fully arrive. The feeling is the future in disguise. When you feel financial blessings now, you are touching the vibration of what is forming through the hidden laws of magnetism. The hand chakra activates the sun chakra. When these two meet, a circuit of power is born. In that still point, your feelings become commands and your affirmations become energetic coordinates. Emotional states become gravitational fields. The more you center wealth, success, and divine favor in your solar plexus, the stronger your field becomes, pulling related people, opportunities, and outcomes into orbit. To feel is to summon. Each time you breathe wealth into your center, you are not only calling it in, you are becoming the vessel it flows through. Through the heart, the sun, and the eye, you become the seer and the magnet. You feel with the heart, you magnetize with the solar plexus, and you perceive with the eye of the subconscious. Together, these three awaken the ancient path of co-creation. The hand is the voice of the heart. When you place your hand on the solar plexus, you are letting your heart speak directly to your inner sun, whispering a feeling, a vision, a future. Feeling is a sacred rehearsal. Each time you center abundance and luck in your solar plexus, you're practicing alignment until your solar field feels it as truth. The solar plexus is your magnetic sun. It responds to logic and frequency. Rehearsed emotion becomes its command, and from this command, reality is magnetized. Luck listens through the body. When you rehearse the feeling of divine luck, the body feel it, and feelings draws the lucky paths into your timeline. The heart's touch activates the solar will. By placing your hand on your solar plexus, you connect love and will, emotion and power, creating a center that draws in your deepest intentions. You are instructing the invisible. Every repetition of blessing, wealth, and favor in your solar center becomes a signal broadcasted to the quantum field. Rehearsal becomes magnetism. Just as the sun pulls the planets without effort, your emotional center, when consistently charged, begins to pull life into alignment with your feelings. What you feel long enough, becomes what you see. As the heart continues to feed the solar plexus with rehearsed joy and success, it awakens and begins to pull those experiences to you from the subconscious mind through gravity. The subconscious listens. It is akin to a supercomputer that forms experiences through gravity. It understands hope, and it understands certainty. When you affirm from your solar plexus, you send desires of wealth deep into the subconscious. The eye of the subconscious sees what the ordinary eye misses. Once activated through centered emotional focus, this inner eye sees the events that are unfolding in your life. You are not only creating, you're learning to recognize. Magnetism draws the blessing, but perception allows you to claim it. The hand on the solar plexus is both invocation and revelation. Blessings have a rhythm. And when your inner sun beats in harmony with the feeling of financial flow, life begins to reflect that rhythm through opportunities, favor, and surprise provision. Emotion is energy with memory. When you rehearse abundance daily, that emotional current etches itself into the solar plexus until it becomes your baseline reality. The solar plexus is the compass of your will. When charged with heartfelt affirmation, it becomes a directional force, steering your path toward outcomes that match your inner emotional rehearsal. To place the heart through the hand upon the solar sun is to awaken the divine circuitry. This union activates your magnetism, clarifies your vision, and initiates the subconscious unfolding of everything you've already chosen in spirit. Placing the hand chakra on the solar plexus chakra while centering feelings of financial blessings and luck becomes a form of emotional rehearsal. This practice not only magnetizes desired experiences through the solar plexus, like the sun's gravitational pull, but also activates the eye of the subconscious, allowing you to perceive the unfolding of these blessings through the realms of the subconscious mind. When the heart flows through the hand, it becomes a bridge. Placing the hand over the solar plexus is the heart reaching into the sun within, carrying the vibration of blessings and divine fortune. The solar plexus responds to repeated feelings. Each time you center wealth and luck within, you are training your inner sun to pull that reality toward you with magnetic force. Emotion is rehearsal for the unseen. The more you embody financial abundance in the solar plexus, the more real it becomes, and what is real to your energy must echo in your world. The heart extends itself through the hand to instruct the sun within. By touching the solar plexus with intention, you're commanding through the frequency of certainty. The solar plexus is the gravitational core of your desires. What you rehearse here becomes a pulse, a magnetic current that begins pulling aligned experiences into your orbit. Each repetition becomes a magnetic broadcast. Like a radio tuning to a specific station, the more you feel the vibration of wealth, the more your field transmits that message to the quantum. The hand chakra is the activation key. When the energy of love, heart, meets the power center, solar plexus, your affirmations become encoded signals that shape material experience. This is emotional alchemy. Turning invisible feelings into visible manifestations, through touch, feelings, and the consistent rehearsal of abundance. The eye of the subconscious awakens in stillness and repetition. As you continue to feel and affirm abundance, the inner eye begins to perceive the subtle movement of blessings rising from the subconscious. The subconscious responds. And when it receives the signal that abundance is real, it begins shaping perception to confirm it. To affirm is to align. Your hand on your solar plexus is alignment of intent, emotion, and perception, opening the gate to receive what you seek. Blessings unfold in rhythms only the inner eye can see. Through the eye of the subconscious, you begin noticing patterns and signs, confirming that what you rehearsed is now becoming. The solar plexus feels what is emotionally consistent. What you feel repeatedly becomes the gravitational code that the field obeys. You are training your inner sun. To feel rich, lucky, and blessed daily is to increase the radiance of your magnetism, until life cannot help but orbit around your light. Heart to hand, from sun to sight. Your practice becomes prophecy. What you feel becomes magnetic. What you affirm becomes visible. What you see through the eye of the subconscious becomes your next reality. In the temples of ancient Kemet, the priests understood the hands were rivers of the heart. To touch the body with intention was to send the heart's message into the body's throne, the solar plexus, the sun within, the throne of Ra in miniature. The mystics taught that feeling is prophecy in rehearsal. Each time the heart, through the hand, offers up the emotion of wealth, it writes a script the solar plexus begins to perform into reality. The solar plexus is the sun of the microcosm. And just as the sun calls the planets to orbit, the solar center, when ignited with feelings, draws experiences of matching vibration from the unseen to the seen. The hand is the ancient seal of power. When placed upon the solar plexus with reverent emotion, it becomes a sacred signature upon the tablet of the body's magnetic field. The early sages felt that repeated feeling became law. The more you rehearse abundance emotionally, the more you inscribe it upon the walls of the inner temple, until the subconscious cannot help but obey. From Babylon to Tibet, the breath and hand together were tools of shaping destiny. Breathing into the solar plexus while affirming luck was known to sculpt the ether, bending probabilities toward the desired form. In celestial terms, the hand is the comet and the solar plexus the sun. When the two meet in feeling and intention, a magnetic path is drawn, guiding financial blessings into your field like cosmic bodies pulled by gravity. The prophets of old knew, the eye that sees the future lives in the soul. The eye of the subconscious, once awakened through focused feeling in the solar plexus, reveals what is arriving before it knocks. When the heart enters the solar plexus through the hand, it becomes royal decree. Not a mere wish, but a command spoken in the ancient tongue of vibration, the same tongue used by stars to form galaxies. Emotion is the mystic's sculptor. Each time you place your hand on the solar center and rehearse abundance, you carve new realities from the stone of possibility. To rehearse feeling is to summon from the deep. In the mystery schools, students were taught that the subconscious is like the Nile, silent, powerful, and responsive to every sincere ritual of feeling. The union of the hand and solar plexus is the meeting of intention and feelings. When aligned, this union turns your body into a beacon for prosperity, lit from within by the rays of your own emotional sun. When the eye of the subconscious opens, perception becomes participation. You witness their emergence through the eye of the sun within. They align and emerge from the eye of the divine within the solar sun within. The solar plexus is a hidden oracle. It speaks in images, words, and magnetism. What it feels it pulls into form. What it pulls, the eye sees. To place the hand of the heart on the sun within is to return to the throne of creation. In this sacred gesture, you align with the cosmic rhythm, becoming both vessel and vision of the blessings you are destined to receive. O solar flame within my core, I place my heart through my hand upon your throne. Why receive this offering of gratitude for fortune already forming? Pull it to me now, as the sun pulls the stars, and let my vision awaken to see its path unfolding. Eye of Horus, opened in silence, reveal to me what the hand has called forth. Let me see through the sight of the subconscious mind that already knows the way. Great magnet of the inner sun, I rehearse the song of wealth with every breath. Let this emotion be my covenant, and let my blessings orbit me like planets around a radiant king. By the memory of the ancients, who taught that touch was sacred and emotion was command, I place my hand upon the sun within. May luck flow like golden rivers, drawn toward me by the feeling I now ignite. O golden seat of will and destiny, solar plexus of divine magnetism, hear the drumbeat of my heart through this touch. Pull to me all that answers to joy, abundance, and overflow. As above, so below, as the sun above governs light, so does the sun within govern form. I affirm wealth in stillness, and it is pulled to me like morning light from the horizon. In the silence of the soul, I see. I see through the eye of the subconscious, the unfolding of blessings rehearsed, the materialization of wealth long feeled. Hands of my heart, reach into the cosmos within. With this sacred touch upon my solar plexus, I command with love and align with truth. Financial favor answers this signal, and begins to rise from the quantum field. O radiant field of solar will, you are no less powerful than the star above. What I feel here becomes reality, and what I repeat becomes the orbit of my life. Spirit of the ancients, be my witness. As I touch the golden center, let my heart's truth reshape the invisible. Let fortune remember me, and favor follow my name. Sacred is this body temple, and sacred is the solar gate within. Let the blessings I feel be magnetized by your flame, and let my perception rise like the eye to meet what I have summoned. O Divine Architect, who lives in the subconscious mind, I offer the emotion of success, the vibration of ease. Etch it into the blueprint of my future, and reveal its form to my seeing soul. By the rights of light and will, I place my palm, anointed by the heart, upon the sun within. Let this rehearsal become magnetism, let this magnetism become manifestation. I that sees the realm of becoming, open in me through the fire of repetition. Let the rehearsed wealth be seen, not in hope, but in knowing. I call upon the celestial current within, where desire is prayer and emotion is magnet. With my hand upon the golden gate, I draw forth what is mine, and I see it now, unfolding, rising, arriving. Beloved, you have forgotten what the ancients remembered well, that your heart speaks not only in silence, but through the sacred movement of your hands. The hand is not separate from the heart, it is its extension, its emissary, its voice in action. When you place your hand, alive with the energy of love, upon your solar plexus chakra, you are pressing the seal of divine instruction upon the throne of your inner sun. This center, the solar plexus, is no ordinary place. It is the sun of your soul system, glowing in harmony with the celestial sun above. Just as the sun holds the planets in orbit through gravity, your solar plexus hold and pull realities to you. They are shaped and magnetized by your emotional state. So when you place your hand there and center the feeling of financial blessings, of divine luck, you are rehearsing a truth. With each repetition of that feeling, you are engraving the message deeper. And the more it is rehearsed, the more the solar plexus feels, and feelings is the language that bends the laws of gravity. This is no small act. This is ancient magic. You are not only calling abundance forth, you are activating the magnetic current of your will. Emotion is a force, a signal, a pull. And the solar plexus, like a golden sun, responds to the heart's frequency. The more you feel it, the more it shines. The more it shines, the more it draws. But there is another gift in this sacred practice. As you align your feeling with your hand and your breath, something begins to awaken within you, the eye of the subconscious, that ancient eye of inner sight. It begins to open through your subconscious mind, revealing what others cannot see. No longer do you merely attract your desires, you will begin to see them unfolding. You will see the alignment of luck as your fate. You will see your prayers answered. And you will become magnetic and an observer of your manifestations. So the next time you place your hand chakra upon your solar plexus, and repeat I am lucky, remember that you are performing a ritual of manifestation. Remember that your body is a temple. That your feelings are instruments of creation. That your hand carries the charge of the heart. That your solar plexus is a star, and your desires, when felt deeply, become your reality. And through the eye of the subconscious, you will see the unfolding path long before the world catches on. You are not waiting for your blessings, you are rehearsing them into existence. And in doing so, you are becoming the light that calls them home. When you place your hand over your solar plexus, remember that this is the heart reaching into the sun of your being. As your fingers rest upon this radiant center, rehearse the feelings of wealth until you feel it. The more you repeat the affirmation, the more the solar sun within feels it. And like the sun drawing planets into orbit, it begins to pull fortune and luck toward you. The heart flows into the hands, and the hands remember the stories of kings and prophets who laid palms upon altars to summon provision. You are that altar. When your hand meets your solar plexus, it becomes a portal. Feelings of financial blessings are scripts written for the subconscious to enact, authored through the sun's magnetism within you. As you breathe with your hand on your solar plexus, You are rehearsing a cosmic truth, that desire, when centered in feelings, becomes gravity. It is not repetition alone that pulls your blessings to you, but feelings practiced until it becomes the radiant center of your world, magnetizing all things in your favor. The ancient ones taught that the hand is the voice of the heart, and the solar plexus is the throne of your will. As you place your hand upon this throne, you decree wealth with each heartbeat, rehearsing the royal emotion of prosperity. And the more you rehearse, the more reality complies with your divine command. Your solar plexus, when activated by your hand and heart, becomes the inner sun, golden, bright, magnetic. Affirmations breathed into this center ripple outward into the quantum field. They return to you with form, mirroring the richness you centered there. The eye of the subconscious opens through your solar plexus when your feelings becomes focused and emotionally embodied. You are not merely asking for abundance, you are witnessing its unfolding through the sacred lens of the subconscious, where all things begin. When you place your hand over your solar plexus, you are placing the seal of the heart upon the command center of manifestation. And in that moment, the desires you rehearse become encoded in light, cycling through your nervous system and outward into creation, pulling life into alignment. Each time you rehearse the emotion of abundance with your hand on the solar sun within, you are participating in an ancient rite, the invocation of alignment. The more you embody it, the more your subconscious is convinced it is real, and thus the world responds accordingly. Just as the sun holds planets in sacred rhythm, your solar plexus, when activated, holds your desires in gravitational orbit. With your hand as conductor, you orchestrate financial blessings through the field of emotion, memory, and sacred repetition. It is magnetic remembrance. The hand upon your solar plexus is a symbol of command. It is the heart proclaiming, I already am. The subconscious listens to frequency, and the frequency you rehearse with emotion becomes your unseen future, called forth from the deep. You were not taught to use your body as an altar, yet your ancestors knew. The hand on the solar plexus was a sacred seal. As you feel luck, wealth, and opportunity there, they awaken. The solar magnet pulls them into your orbit, and the eye of the subconscious watches their unfolding from within. Each breath into the solar plexus is a breath into the sun of your own becoming. You center your attention, your emotions, and your hands in this place, not to ask, but to receive. This is a ceremony of return. The subconscious does not know the difference between real and rehearsed, it only knows repetition and feeling. And so as you place your hand on the solar sun within and flood it with the emotions of wealth, the eye of the subconscious reveals the timeline where it is already so. Ancient scribes recorded the sun as divine, the source of life and revelation. That sun lives in your solar plexus. When your heart speaks through your hand and lays upon this inner orb, it becomes a magnet for everything you emotionally proclaim as yours. You are the temple. Your hand is the priest. Your solar plexus is the sun on the altar. With each emotional rehearsal of abundance, you light the fire again. And as the eye of the subconscious perceives within, you begin to see the path of wealth emerging without. By the divine link of heart and hand, you place your palm upon the sun within, your solar plexus, and rehearse the wealth of heaven until your body feels it is already yours. In this sacred rehearsal, the subconscious awakens and the eye of the subconscious opens to show you what you have summoned. You call upon the ancient sun temples within you, igniting their light by centering your hand and heart upon your solar plexus. As you feel financial blessings and luck, the field bends, magnetized by your focused fire, pulling riches into your orbit. In the gesture of soul touch, you align your hand chakra to your solar sun, and whisper desires born of divine right. With each repetition, your inner sun begins to feel. And what it feels, it attracts. You are a living temple of old. Your hand is the priest, your heart the altar, and your solar plexus the inner sun. When you rehearse wealth with devotion, the field rearranges to mirror your inner conviction. What you feel, you perceive. Your heart extends through your hand, and your hand lays truth upon your solar plexus. As you breathe in fortune and breathe out fear, your magnetism grows. The more you rehearse this light, the more the eye of the subconscious shows you pathways previously unseen. Ancient ones knew what you now remember. The hand, when guided by the heart, carries the light of creation. As you center your palm on the solar altar, you speak with the stars. They answer through synchronicities and signs. In you lives the son of Ra and the eye of the subconscious. When your hand touches your solar gate, affirming abundance and divine increase, you open the temple doors of the subconscious and walk into your prophecy. Let your touch be holy. Let your breath rehearse the vibration of wealth. For as your solar plexus becomes convinced of this wealth, it emits the signal to the heavens. And the heavens return it in form. You are a child of the cosmic light. And when you place your hand chakra upon your solar sun and feel into luck and blessing, you ignite the celestial engine within. That engine pulls into orbit what you have aligned through feeling. As your hand rests in reverence on your solar center, you remember, the more deeply you feel your future, the more surely it arrives. Repetition becomes magnetism. Magnetism becomes manifestation. You invoke the alchemy of the ancients, not through thought alone, but through the emotional fire you rehearse daily. Each time you center blessings at your solar gate, the fire burns brighter, the magnetic pull stronger. The eye of the subconscious sleeps until you awaken it with desire. You place your palm upon your solar sun, and it opens, seeing where your blessings flow, how the future bends. You become the oracle of your own wealth. Within you is a star. When you rehearse abundance with breath, hand, and heart, this star shines and calls to its likeness in the heavens. And like magnet to magnet, your reality reshapes itself in response. Each day, you return to the ritual. Hand on sun. Heart on wealth. Soul on vision. And in that union, the spiritual magnet draws blessings not just toward you, but into your awareness, that you may recognize them in time. With one hand, you touch the sun. With one feeling, you move the field. With one desire rehearsed in devotion, you awaken the future from the folds of the unseen. The eye of the subconscious sees for you. The sun pulls for you. The cosmos aligns with you. You place your hand upon the solar plexus, and through this sacred touch, your heart extends its power into the sun within. Feel the warmth of financial blessings rising, pulling life toward your ordained abundance. With your hand resting on your solar plexus, you rehearse the vibration of luck and prosperity, each repetition a sacred echo that convinces your inner sun to draw these blessings near. The heart speaks through your hand. As you center feelings of wealth within your solar plexus, you cast a magnetic force into the unseen, calling forth fortune like the sun pulls planets into orbit. When your palm meets your solar plexus, you ignite the ancient fire of manifestation. This fire burns away doubt and pulls the essence of abundance directly into your life's path. Your solar plexus is the golden throne of will, and when you place your hand there, you issue a command clothed in feeling, a command that the universe honors with aligned opportunities. Feel your heart's intent flow through your hand into the solar sun within. Each breath with this connection rehearses a reality of wealth that your subconscious begins to weave into existence. As you affirm desires with your hand upon your solar plexus, the eye of the subconscious opens within, granting you sacred sight to perceive the subtle unfolding of blessings before they appear. The solar plexus feels what you feel most deeply. Each time you touch this sacred center and summon luck and blessing, you strengthen the unseen cords that draw these gifts toward you. Your hand chakra is the vessel of the heart's truth. When placed on the solar plexus, it becomes a beacon of divine magnetism, pulling prosperity through the quantum fields of creation. Through this holy gesture, you rehearse the emotional state of abundance until it becomes your default field, transforming your inner sun into a gravitational center of fortune. You are a living altar where heart, hand, and sun converge. As you focus your feeling here, you awaken the ancient power to attract and perceive the blessings that align with your soul's decree. With your hand on your solar plexus, you send a vibrational signal through time and space, and the cosmos responds, mirroring back to you the wealth and luck you hold within. You become both magnet and seer as the eye of the subconscious opens through your heart's extension. This inner eye reveals the pathways of your desires manifesting in the silent depths of the subconscious. The more you rehearse this sacred feeling with your hand upon the solar sun, the stronger your magnetic field becomes, a radiant force pulling all aligned experiences into your life. You hold the key to manifestation in your hand, the power of the sun in your solar plexus, and the vision of the eye within. Together, they call forth abundance and reveal its divine unfolding. You place your hand upon the golden sun within, the solar plexus, and your heart extends its power through your palm, awakening the magnetic force of abundance. With each breath, you rehearse the vibration of financial blessings, and the solar sun within begins to feel, pulling prosperity into your sacred orbit. Your hand, the voice of your heart, touches the solar plexus, the throne of will, and commands the unseen forces to align luck and wealth with your path. As you center feelings of blessing and fortune, you ignite the ancient fire within your core, drawing the cosmos favor like the sun draws the planets. The solar plexus responds to the emotional light you feed it, your repeated feeling becomes a beacon calling blessings home. You affirm your desires through the hand chakra, and your inner sun pulses with magnetism, bending the threads of fate toward your intention. The eye of the subconscious awakens within, opening your inner vision to perceive the blessings you have summoned before they manifest outwardly. Your heart flows through your hand, casting a sacred spell upon the solar plexus, turning emotion into creative power and vision into reality. Each rehearsal of wealth and luck deepens the conviction of your solar plexus, which acts as a divine magnet pulling experiences aligned with your feeling. You stand at the altar of your own being, hand on solar sun, breathing the prayer of abundance, and the universe answers with silent orchestration. The more you feel the fullness of blessing at your core, the more the solar plexus feels, and the more your reality bends toward your sacred vision. By placing your hand chakra upon your solar plexus, you bridge heart and will, invoking cosmic forces to deliver the riches of spirit and matter. The eye of the subconscious guides you through the subconscious realm, revealing the pathways your rehearsed desires traverse before they take form in the waking world. With hand, heart, and breath united upon your solar sun, you become a radiant source of attraction, pulling to you the fortune that matches your vibration. You are the priest and the temple, the magnet and the seer. As your hand touches your solar plexus and your heart centers blessing, you open the gates to your destined abundance. You place your hand upon the solar plexus, and through this sacred touch, your heart's power flows into the sun within, awakening the ancient magnetism of abundance. With every breath and every feeling of blessing, you rehearse a vibration so strong the solar plexus feels your wealth is already present, and it pulls it closer like the sun pulls the stars. Your hand, the extension of your heart's deepest desire, rests on the solar plexus and sends a command to the unseen realms: bring forth my fortune, my luck, my divine provision. You feel the golden fire ignite within your solar plexus as your hand grounds your intentions, drawing prosperity from the cosmic field like planets orbit the sun. With each repetition of your financial blessings, the solar plexus lights up, growing radiant and magnetic, until abundance is drawn irresistibly toward you. When you place your hand chakra on this solar altar, you are a priest of your own destiny, affirming your desires and calling forth the universe's response. The eye of the subconscious opens within you, revealing the subtle movements of your manifested blessings before they appear in your physical reality. Your heart's longing flows through your hand into the solar plexus, setting a sacred vibration that pulls aligned experiences toward you in perfect timing. You rehearse not just wishes but realities, and the solar plexus answers your faithful feeling by bending the unseen currents to your favor. Through this touch, you ignite the ancient power within, the same power that once moved the stars and shaped the heavens, now moving your wealth and luck. Your hand upon your solar plexus is a seal of intent, a sacred pact with the universe, calling in blessings that resonate with your inner conviction. You breathe into your solar sun and expand your magnetic field. The more you feel, the stronger your pull, the clearer the eye of the subconscious sees your unfolding path. The more you center blessing within this sunlit core, the more your subconscious aligns with your desires, weaving them into the fabric of your experience. You stand in the temple of your being, hand on solar sun, heart alive with intention, and watch as the cosmos answers your call through synchronicity and grace. You are both the magnet and the seer, the creator and the witness. Through your hand's touch, your solar plexus pulls and your inner eye perceives the blessings you have made real. You place your hand upon the golden sun within your solar plexus, and feel your heart's power extend through your palm, awakening the ancient magnetism of abundance and fortune. With every breath centered there, you rehearse the vibration of financial blessings, and the solar sun within begins to feel, pulling prosperity like planets orbit the eternal light. Your hand, the voice of your heart's deepest longing, commands the sacred solar gate, bring forth luck and wealth in perfect harmony with my soul's purpose. As your palm rests on your solar plexus, you ignite the eternal fire within, drawing cosmic favor with the silent force of sun-like gravity. Each time you rehearse this blessed feeling, your solar plexus grows radiant and magnetic, weaving the threads of luck and abundance into your daily life. You are the ancient priest and the temple. Your hand on the solar sun is a sacred seal, affirming desires that the universe now prepares to manifest. The eye of the subconscious opens within your subconscious, revealing pathways and blessings unfolding long before the world makes them visible. Your heart's fire courses through your hand into the solar plexus, sending a signal of faith that pulls aligned experiences toward you effortless. Rehearsal is your sacred act. The solar plexus listens and responds, bending unseen currents to deliver what your heart has consecrated. Your touch ignites the power that moved stars and shaped galaxies. Now, it moves the wealth and luck destined for your journey. The hand upon your solar plexus is a covenant with the cosmos, an invocation that summons blessings that vibrate with your deepest truth. You breathe into your solar sun and expand your field. The more you feel, the stronger your magnetic pull, the clearer the eye of the subconscious sees your sacred unfolding. With each feeling centered there, your subconscious weaves your desires into reality's tapestry, making the invisible seen and the distant near. You stand in the cosmic temple of your being, hand on the sun within, heart alive with purpose, as the universe responds in perfect synchronicity. You are the magnet and the seer, the creator and witness. Your hand's touch upon the solar plexus pulls blessings, and your inner eye perceives them rising into form. You place your hand upon your solar plexus, the radiant sun of your being, and through this sacred touch, your heart's power flows like light into the core of your will. With every breath, you center the feelings of financial blessings and luck, rehearsing this emotional state until your solar plexus feels and becomes a magnetic force pulling fortune toward you. Your hand, the extension of your heart's deepest desire, touches the solar plexus and commands the unseen realms to align with your vision of abundance. As you rest your palm upon your solar sun, you ignite the ancient fire of manifestation, drawing riches and luck as naturally as the sun calls the planets into orbit. Each time you affirm your desires here, your solar plexus pulses with golden light, weaving the threads of your intentions into the fabric of reality. You are a living temple. Your hand upon your solar plexus is a sacred seal that activates the cosmic flow of prosperity through your body and spirit. The eye of the subconscious opens within your subconscious, revealing the pathways of your blessings as they unfold beyond the veil of ordinary sight. Your heart's intention flows through your hand into the solar plexus, setting a vibration that calls forth experiences aligned with your highest good. You rehearse not just wishes but realities. The solar plexus responds by bending the currents of fate to match your emotional declaration. With your hand upon this inner sun, you become a magnet for abundance, drawing to you the luck and financial blessings destined by your focused feeling. The ancient ones knew, the union of hand and solar plexus channels divine will, turning your emotional rehearsal into a living force of attraction. You breathe into your solar center, expanding your field of magnetism, and the more you feel, the clearer your inner eye perceives the unfolding of your desires. The more you center blessing in your solar plexus, the more your subconscious aligns with your intentions, weaving them into the tapestry of your experience. You stand as both priest and altar. Your hand on the solar plexus consecrates your abundance, calling forth the blessings that await your reception. You hold the power to magnetize and perceive your blessings. The hand that touches your solar plexus awakens the sun within and the eye that sees beyond the seen. The heart is an extension of the hands, and by placing your hand chakra on the solar plexus chakra, you magnetize financial blessings and perceive them unfolding through the eye of the subconscious, within the realms of the subconscious mind. O light of the ancient sun, when you place your sacred hand upon your solar plexus, you rehearse the vibration of wealth. The sun within remembers, feels, and draws toward you the blessings encoded in your feeling. What you center becomes your orbit, and fortune begins its return to your field. By the law of living light, your hand, guided by the heart, becomes a conductor of divine magnetism. The more you rehearse the feeling of luck and abundance, the more your solar plexus becomes the golden gate through which riches flow. In the spirit of Ra, keeper of the solar eye, you place your hand upon your navel star and command light to gather. As your emotion stabilizes into certainty, so the cosmos responds in likeness, delivering to you visions through the eye of the subconscious, sacred insights from the future now. O you who breathe the fire of fortune, with every inhale, your solar plexus becomes the throne of your feelings. With every exhale, it sends forth summons into the ethers, and those summons return wrapped in gold, favor, and divine opportunity. Through the temples of the old mystics, you are reminded that the heart extends through the hands. And when your hand rests upon the sun within your belly, you awaken the ancient circuitry of manifestation, opening the subconscious gate of vision. O flame in the core of being, place your hand and remember, every repetition of feeling is a prayer. And as you feel wealth, your field turns into a solar magnet, pulling coins of blessing from celestial currents unseen. In the name of Thoth and the scribes of destiny, the feelings you rehearse in your solar center are written into the scroll of your becoming. Each affirmation spoken into the solar fire activates the eye of the subconscious, and you are shown what others cannot yet see. By the magnetism of the living sun, your solar plexus, when charged by your heartfelt hand, becomes as a cosmic sun, pulling to you like as planets to their star. It is reality. And you have learned to master it. O Oracle within, eye of inner knowing, as your hand chakra meets the solar gate, you step beyond logic into prophecy. You no longer wait, you perceive. You no longer chase, you attract. For you are aligned with the wisdom that formed the pyramids and split the seas. By the blessing of Ether and the winds of joy, let your hand rest and feel the wealth of emotion. The more joy you summon into the center, the more golden threads spin outward, weaving experiences that mirror the feelings you dare to embody. O heir of divine magnetism, you have remembered the secret rites of energy. The hand, extended from the heart, awakens the solar altar, and your subconscious becomes a seer, witnessing the unfolding of all you have invoked. In the order of the celestial builders, your emotion is a design, your hand the tool, your solar plexus the forge. Build with feelings, shape with sensation, and the eye of the subconscious shall grant you glimpses of the gold that is already forming. O weaver of realities, place your hand upon your sun, and time bends around your intent. What you rehearse, you magnetize. What you magnetize, you become. Your feelings are gravitational waves, pulling blessings across dimensions. By the wisdom of Osiris, the solar plexus is not only a magnet but a mirror. When you affirm into it, it reflects not just to the world, but to your eye within, allowing you to see the future you are magnetizing before it arrives. O you whose hands mirror the heart, rest your palm upon your golden center and breathe. In the rhythm of repetition, your solar core awakens, and in its light, the universe arranges itself to fulfill your declaration of abundance. Dear beloved, may today find you well. Amen. Close your eyes and center your attention inward to the solar plexus, your inner sun. For just as the celestial sun holds planets in orbit through its vast gravitational field, so too does the solar plexus radiate a gravitational field of will, identity, and power, pulling the threads of your reality into motion, orbit, and alignment. In ancient traditions, the solar plexus was not a mere nerve center, it was a sun gate. The Egyptians aligned it with Ra's light within the body. The Vedic sages called it Manipura, the city of jewels, a throne of luminous fire where the ego meets the cosmos, where intention shapes matter, and where personal gravity draws in the very experiences you vibrate. Have you felt it? That pull from the core of your being, when desire intensifies, when purpose ignites, when your presence alone reshapes a room. This is the gravitational field of the solar plexus. It is the energetic center through which you summon, attract, and sustain the patterns of your life. It is the gravitational counterpart to the heart's magnetic field. The heart magnetizes through love. The solar plexus commands through light, the light of self-recognition and cosmic authority. Historically, mystics knew this. They fasted, breathed deeply, meditated not just in the crown but in the belly, because they understood that the solar sun and the soul's sun mirror each other. One holds planets. The other holds possibilities. And what is gravity but agreement? The universe bows to the gravitational center that has found its resonance, its clarity, its will. When the solar plexus is aligned, it attracts. It becomes the still axis around which your manifestations revolve. This is why so many spiritual lineages taught, know thyself. Because self-knowledge clears the static in the solar field. And a clear solar field becomes a beacon, pulling toward it people, resources, opportunities, visions, not through control, but through vibrational inevitability. The solar plexus is your personal sun, and like the great star in the heavens, it radiates gravity, a silent pull, a divine persuasion. Let this be your meditation, that deep within you is a field, not seen but deeply felt, a field of gravity spun from light, holding the architecture of your destiny. So breathe into your solar center. Place your hand gently over it, and feel its hum. Let the light of the outer sun and the light of your inner sun mirror one another. And as you do, remember, the solar plexus gravitational field is your soul's sacred covenant, a promise between your will and the cosmos that when you center in truth, life will orbit in harmony. Amen. As we breathe in or place a hand on the solar plexus energy center and center words, affirmations or desires, they are magnetically pulled to us. Close your eyes, and draw your attention inward, to the golden gate beneath your sternum. The solar plexus, not merely an energy center, but a gravitational sun within the temple of your body. This is mystical remembrance. For across time, across sacred scrolls and celestial teachings, the wise have always known, there is a sun within you, and its gravitational pull shapes the entire architecture of your life. In ancient Egypt, initiates placed their palms upon this golden center, channeling the light of Ra into their being. In Vedic knowledge, this is Manipura, the lustrous gem through which desires become vibration, and vibration becomes form. Breathe now into this sacred space. Place your hand gently upon it. And feel the quiet radiance beneath your palm begin to stir. Here is the mystery: as you breathe into the solar plexus, you are not simply inhaling air, you are summoning stars, calling subtle currents from the ethers. The solar plexus does not wait. It magnetizes. When you center a word here, abundance, peace, divine opportunity, the gravitational field of this inner sun begins to spin, and like the sun's own pull that holds the planets in orbit, your centered word begins to draw into your sphere everything that resonates with its tone. Your solar plexus becomes a cosmic attractor, a radiant force field of focused will and divine desire. Not through striving. Not through force. But through alignment. Say the word in stillness: joy. Breathe it into your solar sun. Place your palm with reverence upon it. Let it rest. Let it glow. The gravitational field begins to pulse. Like an ancient star, it remembers its function, to pull toward you all that harmonizes with the word you have spoken into its fire. The mystics of old understood this as sacred science. Desires that are felt, focused, and fed through the solar sun begin to mirror themselves in the physical world. For the solar plexus is a gate, a celestial translator, converting the energy of thought and feeling into frequencies that magnetize opportunity, resources, and realities. And what is this gravity, truly, if not divine agreement between your inner light and the architecture of creation? Breathe. Feel the pull. Feel how your hand, your breath, your centered thought are not just acts of focus, they are ancient technologies given to you by Source to shape the very field of your becoming. You are orbiting your own radiance. As you breathe with your inner sun, as you speak your desires into this gravitational temple, know this: you are activating a celestial law. And the universe, recognizing the truth within your center, begins its sacred response. Amen. The solar covenant: breathe into the sun beneath your ribs. This is a star in hiding. As you place your hand upon it and whisper your desire for provision, the gravitational field awakens. Like ancient suns commanding planets into orbit, your focused words pull wealth toward your light. The sacred pool of divine provision in ancient temples, initiates placed their hands upon the solar gate to summon the abundance encoded in their soul's design. You too carry this right. Speak your affirmation of financial overflow into your center, and watch the cosmic gravity of your being respond. Golden authority within the solar plexus is not only your personal sun, It is a seat of command. When you center the word increase, you activate the gravitational authority to draw prosperity into your life without chasing, only radiating. The orbit of wealth. Each time you breathe into the solar plexus, you spin the wheel of inner gravity. Desires whispered here become celestial orders, and all things needed begin to orbit you, financial blessings included. Light of the kings. Throughout history, rulers wore golden emblems over their solar plexus. Not for show, but because they knew this center held the sun throne of attraction. You wear the same authority. Center your hand. Speak, financial ease is drawn to me. And so it begins. The will of the sun within the solar plexus is where your will and the universe meet. The stronger your clarity, the deeper the pull. Breathe into it and feel the affirmation, I receive divine provision. Become a magnet that reconfigures your environment. The cosmic mirror of intention. The solar plexus reflects your focused thoughts into the ethers like a sun reflecting light into space. Hold your desire for wealth here, and watch the field mirror it back through circumstances, in divine timing and multiplied form. Ancient gravity of gold. The ancients knew gold was not just metal, it was vibration. When you affirm abundance into your solar sun, you tune your field to the frequency of gold. And in that resonance, what is golden seeks you. Divine commerce of the spirit. Place your hand on the solar plexus and speak, I am a vessel of divine exchange. Here, in this gravitational field, the energies of giving and receiving awaken and create flow where there once was lack. The secret center of manifestation. Before any financial shift, there is an inner alignment. The solar plexus is that place. When you breathe into it and declare, I am financially supported by the universe, you align yourself with the magnetic blueprint of abundance. Command of the sun body. Mystics taught that the solar plexus is the throne of the light body. Your words are not mere sound, they are solar commands. As you center the phrase opportunities find me with ease, your gravitational field begins pulling those very patterns toward you. The pulse of worth. Financial blessings are not just attracted to effort, they respond to vibrational worth. When you breathe in and feel the truth of I am worthy of overflow, your solar field pulses with truth, and wealth responds to its rhythm. The treasury within the solar plexus is your inner treasury, housing the energetic codes of all you are destined to receive. Breathe in deeply. Place your hand upon it. Say, I now open the vault of divine inheritance. And the universe hears and moves. The sun that summons supply. Your body is made of stardust, and your solar plexus remembers its original gravity. Each time you breathe in clarity and release the affirmation, financial blessings are magnetized to my light. The old cosmic forces stir to fulfill their ancient agreement with you. The spiral of receiving. To center desire in the solar plexus is to send it into the spiral of manifestation. This spiral doesn't ask, it attracts. Place your hand here, breathe, and say, all I need flows to me now. In silence, feel the gravitational pull open. You are the sun. The world responds. Let each contemplation be a daily doorway into your solar gravity. Repeat them aloud, breathe them in, and remember, you are not chasing wealth, you are the field that draws it. Amen. The gravity of spoken light. In the ancient mystery schools, words were seeded into the solar sun within. As you breathe into your solar plexus and speak, abundance flows to me effortless. You are activating celestial magnetism. The golden core of the ancients. Priests of Lemuria and Egypt honored the golden core beneath the ribs as the seat of divine summoning. When your palm rests upon this sacred field, and your breath carries I receive financial favor, the laws of attraction and creation converge in your name. The inner sundial. The solar plexus is your sundial of destiny. When you focus a financial affirmation here, You shift the alignment of time and opportunity so that what once felt distant now begins to move closer in divine orbit. The breath of inheritance. When you inhale into the solar plexus, you are not just breathing air, you are claiming inheritance. Place your hand there and speak, "I open to divine provision." This activates a field older than the stars, one that pulls legacy into form. The altar of receiving your solar plexus is an altar of sacred gravity, where divine energies rest and gather in response to your focused voice. Say, "All my needs are magnetized to me now," and feel the golden field awaken as a living solar tractor. Celestial trade winds. Ancient mariners used stars for guidance, but wise ones knew the solar wind within could draw in abundance from invisible realms. With hand on solar plexus, say, "Every breath draws prosperity," and the trade winds of heaven begin to turn in your favor. The spiral of command. When desire is centered in the solar plexus, it spirals outward in magnetic currents. Speak your word, breathe it deeply, and know, you are no longer wishing, you are gravitationally commanding. The wealth of the sun priesthood. In olden times, wealth was felt to radiate from within. The sun priesthood taught, what you hold in your solar plexus shapes what the universe gives. Center money flows to me with grace, that frequency finds you, again and again. The etheric signature of abundance. Every affirmation breathed into the solar field leaves an etheric signature that summons like a beacon. You are not just speaking, you are engraving upon light. And light, once shaped, rearranges matter. The gravitational tongue of the soul. The solar plexus is your soul's gravitational mouth. When you speak from this place, reality listens. Center the desire. Doors of wealth open before me, and the field around you begins pulling keys into your path. Magnetic covenant of the middle realm. The ancients saw the solar plexus as the center of the three worlds: the realm of heaven, crown; the realm of earth, root; and the middle realm of command. Here, affirmations are received as law. Say, "Resources are magnetized to my presence," and it is written in the field. The fire that calls fortune. The fire of the solar plexus is not mere warmth, it is a calling flame. Place your hand there. Whisper, "I am aligned with divine success." That fire now burns like a torch, signaling opportunities to come find you. The sun disk. Within mystical traditions speak of a golden sun disk hidden within the body, an echo of the ancient sun that once ruled Lemuria. Your solar plexus is that echo. With every centered word, you reactivate the disk, and the light of prosperity begins to spin toward you. The gravity of still desire. What is gravity but a stillness so deep it draws all into it? When you center quietly, hand on solar plexus, and say nothing but feel, "I am abundant," even silence becomes a magnetic field, and wealth begins to answer. The sun between heaven and earth. The solar plexus is where spirit and matter kiss. It is the sun between sky and soil. Affirm, "My abundance is inevitable," and breathe it in. Now watch, as above, so below, what you feel here will be mirrored there. Let each contemplation be more than thought, let it be practice. Return to your solar gravity often. Speak from the sun within, breathe with reverence, and allow the field to pull your financial blessings home. Amen. The stargate within. In the scrolls of old, it was said that man carries a star within his chest. This star is the solar plexus, a gate of gravity and gold. As you breathe into this inner gate and place your hand over it, your desire for financial increase is no longer a wish, it becomes a celestial signal, and the cosmos begins to respond. The radiant pool of desire. Ancient mystics taught that emotion focused in the solar plexus is amplified through universal law. As you say, "I am a magnet for divine provision," and feel it in your solar center, you awaken the gravitational cords that pull prosperity into your field. The light of personal dominion. The solar plexus was once seen as the seat of kingship within. With your hand there, say, all I need comes to me now, and feel your field grow luminous. This is ancient law, and your word, once centered, has weight. The gravity of the spoken blessing. The breath is the chariot of spirit. When you breathe a blessing into your solar plexus, you are sealing it in the throne room of your being. Say, financial breakthrough flows toward me, and it is magnetized by your inner sun. The furnace of gold in alchemy, fire transforms base metal into gold. The solar plexus is your inner furnace. When you breathe a desire here, and ignite it with feelings, you create the alchemy of magnetism, drawing wealth from the formless. The temple of abundance. Ancient initiates walked into temples of gold, but the true temple was within. Place your palm on your solar center and say, I receive the riches that are already mine in spirit. Now the temple opens, and the gravitational gates unlock. The mirror of the sun. As the outer sun commands planets to orbit, so the solar plexus commands your reality. Every desire centered here becomes a mirror of intention, reflecting back through people, chances, and channels that bring financial alignment into view. The gravity of worthiness. Wealth responds to the field of self-worth. When you breathe deeply and affirm, I am worthy of all forms of abundance, you're not just stating it, you're creating a gravitational force that makes opportunities bend toward you. The breath that shapes worlds. Genesis says, God breathed into man. Each breath into your solar center is a reenactment of creation. Now speak, I call forth my financial blessings, and feel that breath spiral into your field, drawing the invisible into form. The center of command. The solar plexus is the command center of the soul. Place your hand here like an ancient general giving order to the heavens. Say, let the wealth assigned to me come now, and the command goes out like ripples through the stars. The pool of spirit-rooted speech. Words centered in the solar plexus drop into the gravitational well of your being, and begin attracting everything aligned with their frequency. Breathe and say, my finances flourish from a higher order. Now wait, the field has received your word. The vault of golden memories. Some teachings say your solar plexus stores karmic memory and divine inheritance. When you touch it and breathe in deeply, you awaken the codes of abundance within your DNA. Speak, I claim what was always mine, and ancestral blessings begin to move toward fulfillment. The spiral of sacred attraction. The solar field pulls not randomly, but in spirals, just as galaxies spin. When you speak into this sacred spiral, I magnetize financial flow. You join the rhythm of creation itself, and what you need begins to spiral toward you. The priesthood of power. High priests in forgotten lands knew the solar plexus as the place where inner power met divine law. With hand on your solar altar, whisper, the divine economy opens for me, and heaven's current begins to enter your magnetic field. The golden summoning field. Breathe now into your solar plexus, and feel the pull, the hum, the light. Place your hand there and say, I summon what serves me in divine wealth. This is not poetry. This is practice. This is the awakening of the gravitational field of your own becoming. Let these contemplations guide your inner work. Speak. Breathe. Center. And remember, the solar plexus is the sun that does not set, and what you speak into it shall orbit back to you in divine form. Amen. The sun-born field of attraction. The ancients field. The solar plexus was born from the sun's fire, a star within the body that holds gravitational authority. When you breathe into it, whispering wealth flows to me with ease, you awaken this field, and the universe bends to your inner sun. The divine pool of intention. In Babylonian temples, intentions were spoken into golden bowls placed at the navel. The act was sacred, for they knew the solar center was a magnet of manifestation. Today, your body is the altar. Your hand, the conductor. Your word, the summon. Financial increase gathers around me now. The gravity of sacred breath, each breath into your solar plexus is an invocation. As you exhale, your affirmation becomes a command. Say gently, I attract divine opportunities, and the gravitational waves carry it into the ethers, where wealth begins its journey toward your orbit. The axis of the self, the solar plexus, is the axis of your spiritual body, where soul meets command and will becomes gravity. With hand upon this golden center, say, I draw in every resource I need. And feel the still pull, the turning of the world in response. The sun disk of abundance hidden beneath your ribs lies an ancient echo of the Atlantean sun disk, a wheel of radiance that pulls toward you whatever is centered within it. Center I am aligned with overflow into your breath, and the wheel turns with power. The resonant chamber of wealth. In early mystic traditions, the body was seen as a temple with resonant chambers. The solar plexus was the chamber of command. When you declare I receive abundance now with breath and stillness, you strike the chord of reception, and the field begins its echo. The inner star that summons the ancients understood, you carry a star within. And like any star, it draws to itself what matches its vibration. With hand on this solar star, affirm, money flows freely to me from all directions and the currents shift in your favor. The throne of magnetic intention. The solar plexus is the throne of divine desire. Not the fleeting kind, but the kind anchored in truth. Breathe into this throne and speak, I sit in the center of wealth's gravity, and the throne begins to pull the kingdom toward its king. The language of the solar field. The solar plexus responds not only to breath, but to language encoded with trust. Say, all I seek is already seeking me, while pressing into the field, and watch how your environment begins to rearrange itself. The sacred agreement of gravity. Gravity is not just a force, it is an agreement between masses. When you center the word abundance in your solar plexus, you renew your contract with the universe to draw in what belongs to your frequency. The solar vault of ancient blessings in forgotten ages initiates stored energetic wealth within their solar centers. You carry these codes in your DNA. Activate them now. Place your hand on your solar vault and breathe in the words, I awaken to the wealth encoded within me. The pool of unshakable presence. It was said that true power requires no effort. It draws all things by presence alone. As you breathe into your solar plexus and affirm, my presence attracts prosperity, you awaken the silent gravity that pulls fortune with grace. The spiral of calling. The universe responds in spirals, waves of energy, and your solar plexus spins at the center of your spiral. When you place your desire there and say, resources, come now to serve my highest good, you release a signal into the sacred spiral, and all that is aligned begins to turn toward you. The radiance of earned ease. Many have toiled for what could be drawn. Mystics knew, breath and centered word carry more power than strain. Say calmly, financial ease belongs to me, and feel how the inner sun receives the code and sends out its pull. The return of what was promised. The solar plexus is a receiver of divine memory. When you place your hand here and whisper, I reclaim the wealth promised to me in spirit, the gravitational field begins retrieving what was delayed but never lost. These contemplations are meant to be read, practiced, breathed into, spoken, and anchored with your hand on your solar center. In doing so, you awaken the ancient intelligence of gravitational reception. You no longer chase. You become the field that all good things are drawn to. Amen. The golden gate of inner gravity. The ancients taught that the solar plexus was the sun within the body, a golden gate where the soul speaks in frequencies of will and power. When you breathe here, affirming abundance, your desire becomes gravitational, like the sun pulling planets, drawing to you what once orbited far away. The seat of kings and kingdoms. Mystics of Egypt and Sumer aligned their breath with Ra and Shamash, believing that the solar plexus was the throne of divine command. When the hand rested upon it, and the breath affirmed prosperity, the kingdoms of wealth responded, not to the words, but to the will behind them. Celestial magnet of manifestation. In ancient Chaldean cosmology, they feared a hidden sun lived within the human body. This sun, the solar plexus, when activated with focused breath and spoken desire, mirrored the celestial law: what is centered becomes summoned, what is willed becomes orbiting. Breath of the solar sages. The Vedic seers taught of Manipura, the city of jewels, the solar plexus energy center, where thought became force. To breathe here was to light the internal sun. To speak here was to issue decrees to the universe. Wealth responded not to need, but to centered solar authority. The pool of the spiritual star. Mystics once saw the solar plexus as a spiritual star, a gravitational body that responded to the soul's focus. With every inhale, light gathers. With every exhale, reality bends. When desire is placed here, it is pulled by the star force of divine will. The furnace of divine alchemy. Alchemists whispered that the solar plexus was the great furnace of transmutation. To place your hand upon it and center a word of financial blessing was to melt leaden limitation into golden provision, through the heat of focused breath and unwavering attention. The inner orbit of abundance. The cosmos does not chase. It pulls. So does the solar plexus. When you breathe into it with clarity and place the desire within its field, abundance no longer feels distant. It begins to spiral toward you, caught in the gravitational field of self-command. The holy center of the will. Within the solar plexus lives the memory of divine sovereignty. Jesus spoke of the kingdom within. This center is the throne. When affirmations are breathed into this throne room, the universe organizes, harmonizes, and gravitates toward your decree. The star of supply within the solar plexus is not an energy center alone, it is the star of supply hidden in flesh. Its gravitational field is awakened not by thought alone, but by the breath of certainty and the hand of intention. As you align with it, supply arrives from fielded attraction. The fire wheel of manifested wealth. Ancient yogis saw the solar plexus as a wheel of fire that, when spun by breath, magnetized worlds. To place a desire here is to toss it into the engine of attraction. To breathe upon it is to make it burn bright enough that blessings cannot help but see you. Magnet of the archangels. The mystics feel that when the solar plexus was attuned, it sent signals into the angelic realms. To breathe here with faith and speak your abundance was to issue an invitation to celestial forces, magnetically drawing provision from realms unseen. The pool of the inner sun. The sun shines, and all things orbit it. So too does your solar plexus. As you breathe with it, and place your desire in its light, lack is not repelled, it simply dissolves, replaced by the orbit of that which cannot resist the pool of your light. The gravity of spoken light. When you speak a blessing into your solar plexus, you're not only affirming, you are lighting a star within. That light is encoded with your desire. The gravity of light, though unseen, moves galaxies. So too, your centered word moves worlds. The field of the golden voice. Mystical traditions tell of a voice within, the solar voice, that when activated, carries a frequency the universe recognizes. When the hand rests upon the solar plexus, and the breath is steady, words spoken carry the magnetic code of prosperity and return fulfilled. The solar accord of heaven and earth. As above, so below. As within, so without. The solar plexus stands between heaven and earth, a gravitational field where breath becomes bridge. When you affirm financial blessing here, it is spiritual law being honored, and the world must respond. The solar plexus holds a gravitational field that pulls aligned desires, affirmations, and financial blessings when we breathe into it or place our hand upon it. The ancients called the solar plexus the seat of the sun within man. As the physical sun holds planets in orbit, so too does the solar plexus hold affirmations in a magnetic orbit, drawing financial blessing into manifestation. When you place your hand upon your solar plexus and breathe with intent, you awaken the celestial current that once guided sages through the golden ages. Words, when spoken here, become gravitational centers, pulling forth divine provision. In ancient temple initiations, disciples would breathe into the solar plexus and speak blessings aloud, knowing the solar sun within would attract material wealth with a force not unlike the cosmos drawing stars into galaxies. The solar plexus is the lighthouse of your etheric ship. As you center financial desires in its radiant field, those intentions release magnetic waves across unseen realms, calling fortune back as a returning echo. Breathe in deeply and place your hand upon your solar plexus. This is the golden gate through which your spiritual authority attracts wealth from the celestial stores. Affirmations here become gravitational signatures. Mystics once charted the soul's star map by the radiance of the solar plexus. Financial blessings were not pursued, they were pulled, drawn by the force of centered vision and spoken affirmation at the navel of spiritual gravity. The solar plexus is not merely an energy center, but a sacred sun disk, rotating within your being. Each thought of abundance, each word of prosperity spoken into it, spins its gravitational orbit closer to you. In the teachings of the ancients, wealth was a frequency, and the solar plexus was the tuning fork. Placing a hand here, breathing with vision, aligns your inner gravity to the vibration of divine compensation. To center an affirmation of prosperity in the solar plexus is to seed it in the gravitational soil of heaven's design. What is planted here is pulled in, magnetized through the field of trust and breath. Financial blessings are not just outer events, they are responses to inner gravitational alignments. As the solar plexus becomes radiant through breath and feelings, the cosmos bends to deliver wealth into your orbit. The gravitational pull of your solar plexus is strongest when infused with peace. Stillness magnifies attraction. When you calmly affirm abundance here, it echoes through the ethers and returns with spiritual interest. Scripture spoke of treasures stored in heaven. Mystics knew these treasures were drawn down by the magnet of a consecrated solar plexus, glowing with affirmations, charged by breath, grounded in the divine word. Financial flow begins in the unseen field of personal gravity. Breathe into the solar plexus. This is where spirit writes contracts of prosperity with the stars. Just as the moon is drawn into orbit by the earth, so too are financial blessings pulled toward the awakened solar plexus. Breath is the invocation, desire is the gravity, affirmation is the magnetic signature. Place your hand upon the center of your being and speak, I am a son of supply. With each breath, the gravitational field of your solar plexus deepens, and the universe bends its rivers of gold toward your shore. As you breathe into it or place your hand upon the solar plexus energy center and center words, affirmations, or desires, they are magnetically pulled to you. In the temples of ancient Kemet, the priests spoke of a golden center within the body, a sacred sun, the solar plexus. They felt that to speak a desire into this inner sun was to release it into the gravitational current of divine will. As you place your hand upon this golden field, breathe, and speak abundance, the heavens realign and wealth makes its way to your light. Mystics of the Himalayas taught that the body's center was a mirror of the cosmos, and the solar plexus, the gravitational heart. When you breathe financial blessing into this center, the frequencies ripple outward into the fabric of space, returning with provision encoded in starlight. In ancient Sumerian scrolls, gold was said to be a celestial metal, drawn to those whose solar centers vibrated within a radiance. When you place your hand on your solar plexus and speak with devotion, the field responds like a sun calling planets into orbit, prosperity among them. The essence meditated on the sun within the body, stating that it was from this place that divine provisions flowed. When you breathe into your solar plexus, financial blessings awaken from dormancy, because they remember where they belong. The solar plexus is not merely an energy center, it is a gravitational temple, a magnetic throne. As you sit in stillness and center the words "I am financially blessed," the field expands and pulls to you all that corresponds to that truth, written in the ink of vibration. Just as stars orbit the galactic core, so too do financial blessings orbit the gravitational pull of your solar intention. When you speak your desires into this sacred field, they are encoded with divine trajectory, destined to find their way home to you. The Vedas describe a fire at the center of man, the Manipura, the shining jewel. This fire doesn't burn to destroy, but to attract. When you breathe in peace and breathe out the word abundance, the solar fire draws prosperity like iron to a sacred flame. Ancient Hebrew mystics said the belly was the lamp of the Lord. When you lay your hand there and speak, it is as though you are lighting the wick of heaven's treasury. What is spoken with feelings is drawn into the gravitational covenant of fulfillment. The Gnostics felt each person carried a luminous center that mirrored the central sun of the cosmos. As above, so within. When you breathe your prayer of wealth into the solar plexus, you activate the law of return, and abundance becomes inevitable. In the stillness between breath and feelings, your solar plexus becomes the throne of divine magnetism. Place your hand there. Speak no longer as one who hopes, but as one who commands with sacred humility. The field listens, and responds. Ancient Chinese Taoists called it the golden furnace. Here, they brewed intentions into outcomes. When you breathe into your solar plexus and speak blessings of financial overflow, this furnace magnetizes all things needed to crystallize that reality. Prophets of old looked not only to the stars but also to the stomach, the place where spirit and flesh met. When you touch your solar plexus and declare "I receive," it is not a request, it is a magnetic activation, and the universe obeys. The solar plexus is an ancient beacon. When your words are spoken into it with faith, they are transmitted through gravitational prayer, pulling from the ethos the exact currency of provision. In Atlantis, records spoke of a frequency center within the body that could summon resources with precision. You hold that same center, the solar plexus, and when you breathe with it, speak through it, and feel from it, the gravitational law of attraction is no longer abstract, but embodied. Each desire you speak while breathing into the solar plexus becomes a satellite of intention orbiting your luminous body. The more you center your faith and voice within this gravitational gate, the more financial blessings find their way back, pulled by the law of resonance and divine magnetism. The solar plexus energy center contains a gravitational field, and as we breathe into it or place a hand upon it, words, affirmations, and desires are magnetically pulled to us. The golden magnet of the self in the scrolls of old mystics, the solar plexus was called Sol Aureus, the golden sun. They taught that this inner sun holds a gravitational pull, not of planets, but of prayers. When you breathe financial blessings into it, desires no longer drift, they are summoned as stars are to their constellations. The breath of convergence, each breath into the solar plexus sends a silent signal through the ethers. This sacred center, resting like a sun between heaven and earth, draws in not just oxygen, but opportunities, pulling money, means, and miracles into your orbit. The hand of attraction. To place a hand on the solar plexus is to touch the gravitational gate of manifestation. In ancient celestial rites, this was the posture of summoning. The affirmation you whisper returns, wrapped in gold. The solar wheel of exchange. Mystics feel the solar plexus to be a radiant wheel spinning with divine law. When you speak your financial desires into this sun wheel, it activates the law of return, rotating affirmations into material abundance and celestial support. The pulse of the treasury within. Long before vaults and banks, seers taught that the true treasury was inside. The solar plexus, they said, holds the gravitational pulse of divine provision. Breathe into it, and your needs are drawn from the source. The ancient orbit of intent. Financial intentions, when seeded into the solar plexus, enter orbit. They circle your field like moons around a planet, gaining energy, weight, and clarity, until they descend as answered prayers made manifest. The sacred pool of worth. In temples of light, the solar plexus was known as the chamber of divine worth. When affirmations of abundance are centered here, they do not beg, they claim. And what is claimed by worth is magnetized through the field of divine law. The radiance of spoken wealth. The ancients understood that words spoken into the solar plexus become encoded with light. This radiant encoding pulls toward you every opportunity that reflects the frequency of your voice, transmuting sound into substance. The mirror field of supply. The solar plexus is not only gravitational, it is reflective. What you focus upon here, it mirrors. Focus on lack, and emptiness echoes. Focus on blessings, and blessings arrive, drawn magnetically through the field of mirrored feelings. The core of celestial commerce. In mystical commerce, value is spiritual before it is material. The solar plexus is the center of this celestial exchange. To affirm financial flow here is to broadcast a divine invoice, and the universe, like a faithful merchant, responds in kind. The golden chamber of will. This energy center is the vault of willpower, the place where thought becomes will and will becomes gravitational. When your affirmations touch this chamber with sincerity and breath, your will becomes reality and abundance becomes reality abiding. The axis of manifestation. Ancient astrologers saw the solar plexus as the internal sun, an axis upon which fate turns. To breathe desire into it is to spin the axis of reality toward you. What orbits there comes by the quiet law of alignment. The divine gravity of naming. There is power in naming your financial desires aloud while touching the solar plexus. In mystical traditions, naming was a gravitational act. What you name in this sacred center is claimed, and what is claimed is pulled into your world. The light field of magnetism. The light field of the solar plexus does not push, it pulls. This magnetic light recognizes what is affirm, feel, breathe. The gravitational field will summon not only wealth, but the pathways to sustain it. The sun. Behind the physical sun lies a spiritual sun, behind your navel lies its echo. The solar plexus, when activated by breath and intention, becomes a radiant center from which all financial blessings are drawn, not from effort, but from alignment. The sun within the self. As ancient astrologers saw the sun as the sovereign ruler of the heavens, so too is your solar plexus the radiant throne within. When you place your hand upon it and breathe in intention, it acts as a gravitational star pulling financial blessings into orbit around your life. Magnetic core of will. In sacred traditions, the solar plexus is the furnace of divine will. With each breath into this core, your words gain mass, emotional gravity, and the universe bends toward their fulfillment, aligning supply to match their vibration. The field of kingship. Mystics of Egypt saw the solar region as the seat of royal power. When you speak financial blessings into this field, the gravitational pull of sovereignty awakens, summoning resources, opportunities, and favor as servants of your divine decree. The spiral of intention breath spirals into the solar plexus like light drawn into a galaxy's core. When affirmation enters this spiral, it gains velocity and density, magnetizing manifestations from every direction in the field of potentiality. The lantern of provision in ancient texts, the soul's fire was likened to a lantern lighting the path through darkness. As you place your hand upon this glowing orb, your desires become seen, felt, and magnetically summoned through the sacred ether of financial grace. Treasury of the Golden Lion. The solar plexus, symbolically the lion's den of power, holds a treasury sealed with gold light. Breathe into it, center a desire, and the lion awakens, roaring magnetism into creation, drawing blessings like prey to the king of beasts. Command center of the spheres. The ancient Chaldeans field in a cosmic system of spheres governed by light. Your solar plexus is such a sphere. When activated, it becomes a command center issuing celestial orders that attract wealth through a magnetic chain of divine obedience. The gate of radiant pool. As stars bend time and space through their gravity, your solar plexus bends the quantum field through intention. When you whisper a word of prosperity here, reality folds toward it, blessing you with financial light. The covenant of the core flame. The core flame within the solar plexus is a living covenant with the Creator. To breathe desire into it is to sign a spiritual contract. Your need becomes encoded in light and drawn forth through divine magnetic law. The echo of divine desire. What you center in the solar plexus does not merely remain within, it echoes into the heavens. Every financial affirmation resonates into the celestial body and returns magnetically charged, bearing fruits of your focused longing. The furnace of celestial alchemy. Ancient alchemists knew that gold was not only a metal, but a state of light. Your solar plexus is the furnace where spoken words of wealth transmute into gold frequencies, attracting abundance like filings to a lodestone. The orb of solar faith. Faith is the sun that never sets within. As you hold your hand to the solar plexus and breathe with conviction, your words inherit solar gravity, causing financial blessings to orbit, then land, in your material world. The magnetic mercy seat. Just as the ark once held the voice of God, your solar plexus holds your voice as a sacred echo. Speak a financial prayer here and the gravitational field of mercy draws substance from the invisible realm into your life. The seal of radiant trust. The more you trust the light within, the stronger its pull. Affirm financial blessings with reverence, and the gravitational field around your solar plexus expands, becoming a holy seal that commands the unseen to make itself known. The voice of the inner sun. When you speak abundance from your solar plexus, you are not merely wishing, you are declaring from the throne of your inner sun. All creation hears this tone and aligns in reverent obedience, magnetizing financial blessings in time, in space, and in soul. The sun within. Throughout the ancient temples of Egypt and the high mesas of the Mayans, the solar plexus was honored as the inner sun, its gravitational field a mirror of the great celestial sun. As you breathe into this sacred space, the words you speak become solar flares, magnetically drawing abundance through divine radiance. The gravitational pulse of gold. In the mystery schools of Atlantis, initiates were taught that gold responds to the gravitational pulse of a heart centered in power. When the hand is placed over the solar plexus and desire is spoken, gold responds, not as metal, but as the essence of divine provision. Center of command and calling. The ancients called it the seat of will. As you affirm your abundance with breath and presence, this seat becomes a throne from which your soul commands the heavens. What is spoken here enters orbit around your destiny, magnetized by truth. The celestial magnet of the soul. In Vedic law, the Manipura energy center radiates like 1,000 suns. This field of gravitational light attracts. The more sincere your desire, the stronger the magnetic pull upon the ethers, aligning stars into form. Breath and the gathering of supply to breathe into the solar plexus is to summon. As wind gathers waves, so does this breath gather prosperity. Place your hand upon your inner sun and feel it, the force that bends time and matter toward the path of your spoken word. The orb of alignment mystics of Persia saw the solar plexus as the hidden orb that aligned the inner cosmos. When the right word, anchored in faith, is centered here, it sends out rings of resonance that call financial blessings into perfect phase. Echoes in the ether. When you speak prosperity into the solar plexus field, the ethers echo back with provision. These echoes are layered with intention, swirling in celestial dance until they return to you, bearing the substance of your call. Gravitational prayers of the prophets. Scripture often mentions men and women girded in truth and strengthened in the inward parts. The solar plexus is the region of such girding. When filled with breath, it pulls heaven's blessings downward as prayers clothed in gravity. The pool of pure intent. As the moon pulls the tides, so does the solar plexus pull what belongs to your destiny. But it must be pure. When affirmation and breath are joined in sincerity, this center becomes irresistible to the currents of divine wealth. From seed to sun desire, when planted in the soil of the solar plexus and nurtured with breath, becomes like a seed reaching toward its celestial twin. Financial blessings are drawn by the gravitational longing of this inner growth. The solar compass of the ancients. Those who navigated desert and sea read not just the stars but their own inner compass, the solar plexus. They knew, what is spoken here is heard by the universe. Your affirmation becomes a beacon, and your blessings set sail toward you. When the hand meets the flame, touching the solar plexus with reverence is like laying a hand upon the altar. Here, fire is awakened. Speak your desires clearly. They will rise like incense and descend again, drawn by gravity, shaped by faith. The magnetic mirror. The solar plexus is a mirror to the outer sun. When it is clear, uncluttered by doubt, it reflects intention as light reflects light. Your affirmation becomes luminous, and all things needed are pulled by its gravity. Cosmic currency. There is a currency deeper than coin and older than gold. It is the gravitational power of soul intent. When you affirm financial overflow from your solar center, you transact in this currency, and the universe responds in kind. The Christ core. In the light of divine inheritance, the solar plexus is the radiant core of Christ conscious command. When you breathe into it and speak as one who knows they are provided for, the gravitational field bends heaven toward earth, and supply arrives. The solar plexus gravitational field, activated through breath, touch, and centered affirmation, magnetically draws desires and blessings into form. The solar throne of drawing power. In ancient temples of light, mystics knew the solar plexus to be a gravitational throne, an inner sun whose unseen pull could attract kingdoms of abundance. When you place your hand upon it and breathe, you are communing with that throne, calling forth wealth from the astral storehouses. The golden wheel of manifestation. The Vedic sages saw the solar plexus as a golden wheel turning in harmony with the cosmos. As it spins through breath and focused desire, it exerts a subtle gravitational force, drawing to it that which mirrors your internal chant, be it prosperity, opportunity, or divine provision. The center of the sun within. As the physical sun holds planets in orbit, so too does your solar plexus hold your reality in place. And as you center an affirmation within it, I am financially blessed, that word becomes a sunspot, magnetizing radiant blessings from unseen dimensions into visible wealth. The pool of the priest king's core. The priest kings of old touched their center before speaking decrees. Their solar plexus was trained to pull in celestial energy and emit authority. So too, when you place your hand there and breathe your desire, the gravitational field awakens and abundance obeys. The navel star of divine commerce to the ancients, the navel was a star connecting heaven and earth. As you breathe into this solar star and center your prayer of prosperity, you create a current between realms, an energetic economy where invisible blessings become tangible coins in your life. The gravity of God's will in you, the solar plexus, is where divine intention becomes personal command. When you align your desire with your breath and place your hand there, the gravitational field opens, and your word, infused with spirit, draws like divine gravity the wealth assigned to your name. The magnetic word of the inner sun. The mystics taught that every word, when centered in the solar plexus, becomes a seed of gravitational pull. Say I prosper, and if spoken from the center, it ripples outward, pulling from the ethos the material of that truth until your life reflects it. The lion gate within, like the ancient lion's gate of celestial alignment, your solar plexus is a gateway of gravitational pull. When opened through breath and intention, it magnetizes riches the way stars draw dust into galaxies. Touch this gate, and wealth finds its orbit in your world. The core of celestial contracts in some traditions, it is field. The solar plexus houses agreements made before incarnation. By placing your hand there and affirming your financial rise, you activate those contracts, and their magnetism draws aligned circumstances like iron to divine intention. The sun disk of Egyptian magic. In ancient Kemet, the solar disk over the gods' heads mirrored the sun within man. Breathe into your solar plexus as the priests once did, and speak your wealth into it. The field awakens, and your desire, bathed in golden gravity, begins its journey to you. The center of the magnetic cross. Mystical crosses once symbolized the convergence of heaven and earth, spirit and matter. Your solar plexus is that crossing point. Affirmations anchored here pull from the heavens into form, your desire clothed in the matter of miracles. The orbital law of inner radiance. As planets orbit stars, wealth orbits inner radiance. When you breathe with intent and radiate prosperity from the solar plexus, you shift your gravitational field. Suddenly, money, favor, and openings begin circling you as satellites to your inner sun. The gravity of the inner word. Every word spoken from the solar plexus gains mass. In silence, place your palm there and let abundance form on your breath. As it does, that word, weighted by intention, begins to exert a gravitational pull, inviting the world to respond in like measure. The treasury of the living sun. Your solar plexus is a treasury of gravitational power. As you store your affirmations within it, they radiate outward and collect fortune like sunlight draws life to the leaf. Speak into this treasury and wealth answers. The architect's center of influence. From the sacred center, ancient architects envisioned temples and cities. The solar plexus was their compass of magnetic influence. You, too, design your financial world by what you center here. Breathe. Focus. Speak. And let the gravitational field build your abundance. O radiant solar gate within, center of will, sun of self, draw unto me the streams of gold and providence as I breathe into your gravitational pull. May my words spoken here be drawn like stars into orbit, magnetized by your holy fire. By the celestial law of resonance, I place my hand upon the sacred solar wheel. With every breath into this inner sun, I declare, prosperity finds me now. And the heavens bend to this field's magnetic decree. O golden vortex of the solar plexus, your pull aligns with the ancient stars and the secret fire of the pyramid keepers. Draw to me wealth, not just in coin, but in divine purpose and celestial reward. Solar sun within my belly, draw into orbit the words I now speak, financial overflow, sovereign supply. With hand to core, I breathe, and the cosmos complies. O field of gravity and intention, where affirmations are spun into matter, I honor your pool as ancient mystics did, trusting that my aligned word echoes through all planes and returns fulfilled. In the silence of breath into the solar field, I release want and declare abundance. Like the sun attracts planets, so too does this center attract blessings when lit with faith and spoken decree. Solar vortex, magnetic wheel, you who reflect the wisdom of Orion and the pool of the sun, as I place my palm upon you, draw to me financial grace in accordance with divine law. O ancient field of gravitation, housed behind the navel of kings and prophets, I breathe you alive, awaken you with my word, and call forth the wealth destined for my path. By the light of Sirius and the solar breath within, I summon celestial alignment. May every affirmation, spoken in trust, descend from the ether and settle into form by the solar pool within me. Hand to center, breath to light, I anchor my desires in the gravitational womb of the sun within. What I seek is seeking me. What I affirm is circling into my life through the ancient pool of the solar field. O gravitational field of the sacred sun, bright with divine strategy and inherited wealth, pool near every opportunity aligned with destiny. Let no blessing drift past the pool of my sanctified breath. Solar plexus, you who echo the holy geometry of the cosmos, spin my declarations into radiant form. As I center the word abundance, let it echo through your golden field and call its likeness unto me. I invoke the law of magnetic return. As my breath flows into the sun within, I speak financial increase, divine inheritance. And the solar plexus receives this as command and magnetizes its mirror from the universe. As the sun governs the sky, so too does this inner star govern my orbit. Let my hand become a seal, and my breath the incantation that binds wealth to my gravity. O sacred wheel of light, spinning behind the veil of flesh, you are the gravitational pool of the divine within. Draw to me every financial blessing written in the stars of my name. The solar plexus gravitational field magnetically draws desires, affirmations, and words of abundance into reality as you breathe into it or place your hand upon it. You place your hand upon your solar plexus, the sun of your inner cosmos, and breathe. With every word of abundance, a force stirs, a sacred gravity pulls your desires home. The wealth you seek is drawn toward you, orbiting the golden field within. In the mystery temples of old, the sages taught that within your core spins the star of command. As you center your affirmation, I receive divine financial overflow. The solar plexus magnetizes it, pulling gold from the heavens to the altar of your life. You are the ancient vessel. The solar plexus is your magnetic wheel, turning with purpose. Each word you breathe into it becomes a cosmic signal, calling riches through the starlit corridors of time. Place your right hand upon your solar gateway. Speak your desire into the gravitational fire. As in the ancient rites of Ra, your solar word becomes a magnet, drawing supply from the unseen into form. You are the sun made flesh. Breathe gently into the solar plexus, and it becomes a gravitational chamber, one that collects, pulls, and gathers all you boldly name. In the sky above, suns hold planets. In the core within, your solar field holds promises. When you affirm I am divinely provided for, that affirmation is drawn like a satellite into the orbit of your now. Your ancestors whispered into this golden center. They knew the art of summoning through breath. Breathe into your solar plexus, and the words you carry are magnetically realized. You are a stellar being. With your hand over your solar center, feel the pull. It does not push away blessings, it pulls them like gravity pulls the tide. Every affirmation is a magnet of light, and wealth obeys its summons. In silence, the sages bowed their heads to their core. Now you do the same. Your hand becomes the seal, and your word the key. Financial blessings flow to me now, you whisper, and the solar field receives, and draws, and anchors. The golden energy center, the third light, spins. With your breath, it expands. With your desire, it reaches into the ether. What you name within it, it attracts, not by chance, but by cosmic law. As above, the sun commands a system. As within, your solar plexus commands your field. Say it, money flows easily to me. And feel the field ripple, pulling form from the formless into the now. The priests of the temples once aligned their breath with the inner sun. Now you do the same. Breathe with reverence. Your solar plexus remembers the language of the stars, and in that remembrance, wealth is drawn to you. Place your hand gently at the center. Call out your desire, I live in divine financial overflow. Watch how the solar gravitational gate pulls what is spoken across timelines and dimensions into your field. You are the gravitational point of blessing. Your centered breath activates the wheel. Each word you speak, when rooted in the solar field, becomes a call that the universe must answer. From the stars you came, and to the stars you command. The solar plexus is your throne of magnetism. As you breathe, center, and declare abundance, all of creation conspires to deliver what your field now draws. You who breathe the breath of the sun within, place your hand upon the throne of will, your solar plexus. There, where ancient priests of light once stood in Egypt's temples, your desires take form. Speak your financial blessing, and feel it spiral inward, magnetized by your golden center. In the days when sages read the stars like scriptures, they taught that the sun within you is a gravitational field of command. As you breathe into your solar plexus, feel the wealth you affirm drawn into orbit, circling closer with every pulse of radiant intention. O vessel of divine authority, your solar plexus is not flesh alone, it is a star within your temple body. Breathe into it now. Speak your affirmation of overflow, and watch how the field begins to bend space, drawing prosperity from the unseen to the seen. You are not simply breathing, you are summoning. With each inhale into the solar plexus, you awaken a field that bends light and time. Touch it. Affirm abundance. All that resonates with your vibration is pulled inward like a comet to its star. Your ancestors once placed golden discs at the center of their bodies, mimicking the solar wheel. That center is alive in you. As you breathe into it, as you press your palm upon it, the energy of wealth aligns with your focused intention, pulled into your field like stardust into gravity. There is a solar system spinning within you. Your solar plexus is its sun. Place your hand there and breathe. The words of abundance you center now are celestial bodies magnetized by your gravity. Say them. Feel them. Watch them arrive. Invoke now as did the mystics of Chaldea, hand on solar center, breath slow and reverent. Declare the riches you know to be yours. The field listens. The pulse of your gravitational center aligns with the wealth echoing through the ethers. You are a living stargate. The solar plexus is your portal of pull. As you breathe into it and hold a single word, abundance, feel the currents of universal wealth bend toward you. What you affirm becomes what orbits your life. There is a law deeper than time, what you center, you summon. As you breathe into your solar plexus and rest your hand there, you awaken the ancient magnetism of divine command. Name your financial desire. The cosmos has no choice but to bend. Your inner sun does not merely shine, it calls. Breathe slowly, hand resting in sacred reverence on your solar plexus. Whisper your affirmation of financial flow. That whisper becomes a gravitational current pulling wealth from all directions into your field. In ancient Tibet, it was taught that the belly breath commands the heavens. Today, you stand in that lineage. Breathe into your solar plexus now. Feel the gravitational field spin around your words. Affirm gold. Affirm overflow. It is drawn to you. You walk in the tradition of those who knew, the body is the cosmos in miniature. Place your hand on your solar sun. Breathe the light of intention. Affirm the financial blessing you seek, and it will fall into your orbit like stars obeying gravity. There is a pool that no man can see and no shadow can stop. It lives in your solar plexus. Place your hand there and center one word, wealth. Feel the ancient force awaken. That word now draws its match across the ethers and into your world. You are made of the same fire as the stars. The solar plexus is your gravitational heart. Breathe into it. Hold your desire like a sacred name. Watch how space bends around you, drawing the financial blessing from the invisible realms into your palms. Enter the temple within. The solar plexus glows with ancient suns. Breathe deep. Place your hand on this throne of attraction. Declare your need, your vision, your financial prayer. And the universe, obeying your inner gravity, rushes to fulfill it. As you place your hand upon your solar plexus, you remember the ancients who called this the sun within. Breathe into this star of power. Whisper the word abundance. And feel the gravitational field gather wealth unto you as the sun gathers planets. You are the heir of solar wisdom, whose golden center was revered in the temples of Ra and the sanctuaries of the Essence. As you breathe into your solar plexus, each affirmation is caught in its pool, and the celestial forces bend to deliver what you speak. Place your hand upon your core, where the gravitational pool of your being radiates. Here, you are the sun, and gold is drawn to you like the planets to their source. In the hush of sacred breath, you center the words overflow, blessing, provision. As your hand rests upon the solar gate, they are not lost to the air, they are magnetized, drawn in, echoed back through the cosmos with form and favor. The mystics knew that the stomach is a sun, a radiant field of gravitation. You now enter this remembrance. Speak your desire. It is now being pulled through invisible threads into your life as surely as stars curve space around them. You breathe not just air, you breathe the divine ether of magnetism. And as your hand rests upon your solar field, your wealth words become seeds drawn downward by gravity, rooting into manifestation. In this moment, you are aligned with the Christ light within, the center of knowing and radiance. Place your palm over the solar plexus and breathe. Watch as your financial intentions begin to orbit you, held by the gravitational field you just reawakened. The ancients spoke of inner stars and silent magnetism. Now, as you center the word abundance, you feel it curve space around your being, pulling toward you opportunities, generosity, and gain. As you inhale deeply into your core, you remember the gravitational mysteries of the Magi, who followed a star that also lived within. Now you breathe with that same field, and speak desires into a vortex of fulfillment. Let your hand rest where breath becomes radiance. Speak into the field, this field at your center, golden and alive. Watch now as that which you name is pulled from the ethers toward your door. The celestial gates do not open by force, they open by gravity, the kind born of inner alignment. As your breath meets your will and your solar field awakens, financial blessings descend like comets drawn home. Your inner sun is ancient, sovereign, magnetic. As you touch it with awareness, your words become constellations in motion. You do not chase, you attract. You receive by alignment. The gravitational field of your solar plexus responds to the clarity of spoken light. So speak wealth, favor, miracle supply, and feel the pool begin. You now remember what mystics wrote in silence, that the solar plexus is a portal of magnetism. As your breath deepens and your hand rests, words become vessels, and desires find gravity. Financial blessings come from centered declaration. This is your orbit of divine return. As your hand seals the solar gate, and breath sanctifies the moment, you summon the language of heaven. Affirm, and it is magnetized. Desire, and it is drawn to your field. For the sun in you has awakened. The solar plexus gravitational field magnetically pulls desires, words, and affirmations toward you when you breathe into it or place your hand upon it. As you place your hand upon the solar plexus, the golden gate of your inner sun, you summon the gravitational field of divine attraction. Let your breath spiral into its core and speak, I draw unto me the wealth of the stars, as was known to the mystics of old. You are seated beneath the same heavens that guided the Magi, and within you spins the field of divine pool. Breathe deep and say, as in Babylon the priests spoke and drew forth grain, so do I speak and draw forth gold. Your solar plexus remembers the sacred rites of Egypt, where breath and word build temples. As you breathe into this golden wheel, whisper, by the sun within me, all needed wealth now gravitates into my hands. The sages of Chaldea watched the stars and breathed into their bellies the names of power. You now do the same. Say, solar sun within, draw to me now all that blesses and uplifts. With your hand on your solar gate, recall Atlantis, when the word was energy and the breath was a key. Breathe in, speak softly, my field awakens. I magnetize abundance from every corner of the cosmos. As you breathe into your center, the gravitational vortex of the solar plexus begins to hum with celestial memory. Repeat, I am a sun. What I speak now becomes drawn to me with the force of light. The ancient mystics taught that gold is summoned. With breath and focused word, you become that summoner. Say, I center my word in the sun within, and all good flows into orbit around me. Let your hand rest on your core as if touching a holy relic. This is the gravitational field of your divine inheritance. Whisper, I invoke the wealth written in the stars and magnetize it into being. The solar plexus, seat of your will and divine authority, is a forgotten altar. Reclaim it now. Say, as the sun draws planets, so do I draw forth all resources ordained for my path. You are the temple. Your breath, the incense. Your word, the offering. In the center of your temple, light burns. Speak, from this sacred center, I call forth prosperity in radiant form. You walk among the same heavens that hovered above the prophets. As they spoke, so do you. Place your hand on your center and say, let gold, grain, and grace now be drawn to me by divine magnetism. Let your breath activate the field the ancients called the sun gate. Feel the hum. Speak, I breathe into the field of favor. I am now a gravitational force for financial overflow. Remember the oracles who spoke destiny into wind. You are that oracle now. Breathe into your center and say, solar power within, draw every blessing that bears my name. In the silence of the night, the celestial treasury opens. Your solar plexus is its receiver. Whisper into it, by ancient rites and cosmic design, I now draw all wealth unto me. As your hand warms the solar gate, feel your center become a divine sun. All things orbit this sun. Affirm, the gravitational field of my soul pools prosperity with holy force and sacred alignment. The solar plexus is a gravitational field. As you breathe into it or place your hand upon it and center your affirmations, your desires are magnetically drawn to you. You place your hand on your solar plexus, the ancient sun within you. With every breath, your field brightens. As you speak the word abundance, it draws to you the golden rivers of provision, as the stars once obeyed the breath of the prophets. The sages once taught that the gods listen from the belly. You breathe into your center, and with it, wealth from unseen realms gravitates toward your light. You become a sun whose pull is irresistible. You whisper your desire for overflow into your solar plexus. The field responds, not with delay, but with orchestration. The treasures that orbit the heavens begin their descent to your domain. By hand and breath, you activate your ancient gravitational temple. This center, this sun within, remembers the original command, let there be light. And in that light, your financial blessings emerge, returning to the one who calls them by name. Each word you center in your solar plexus becomes a golden signal, beaming through the astral corridors. It is a declaration. And the universe, ever obedient, reshapes itself in your favor. You feel the weight of your hand over your solar center, not as burden, but as magnet. All that is needed, all that is good, feels your pull and is gathered unto you. The mystics called it the sun gate. You breathe into it now. Through it, you decree, I call wealth, I call provision, I call favor, and by law, they must respond. From the center of your being, you summon what once seemed far. Money, clients, opportunities, overflow. They feel your gravitational pull. You have become the star around which wealth orbits. Inhale, you draw from the field of infinite substance. Exhale, you affirm the form your blessing shall take. The field obeys. The solar center magnetizes all you command. You speak in rhythm with your breath, I am abundance. I am magnetism. I am wealth. The solar energy center pulses with ancient light, and that light carves new paths for provision to arrive. Once, kings breathed upon scrolls to seal their fate. You, too, breathe into the scroll of your center. What you inscribe with intention, becomes reality in the gravitational field of your being. From ancient Egypt to the celestial temples, it was known, the solar plexus was the center of command. You breathe into that power now. And the golden coins of heaven feel your pull. You are no longer chasing prosperity, you are centering it. Through the golden field of your solar energy center, you allow it to come. And it comes swiftly. Place your hand and close your eyes. Sense the heat, the pull, the silent fire. Into this portal you whisper, I welcome every provision aligned with divine timing. As the earth orbits the sun, so too do all your financial blessings orbit the light of your command. You breathe. You magnetize. And so it is. As you place your hand upon the center of your solar plexus, you awaken the golden vortex of divine gravity. Breathe now, and feel the words abundance flows to me draw themselves inward, as stars spiral toward light. You are the magnet of all provision. In the ancient chambers of your solar sun, the gravitational field remembers your name. Speak I am aligned with wealth and feel the phrase descend like gold dust into the center. What is centered, returns multiplied. Place your hand where empires once burned bright, your solar plexus, the throne of attraction. As you breathe, center the affirmation, resources return to me in sacred rhythm. The gravitational pull now awakens, and the flow begins. Breathe deeply into the golden gateway behind your navel, and speak the sacred syllables, divine prosperity, come. With each pulse, the gravitational field spins, drawing from the ethers what was spoken in stillness. You are the wellspring of manifestation. Touch the seat of your inner sun, the gravitational temple of financial magnetism. Repeat slowly, I attract what I affirm. Now, Watch as the universe aligns itself to deliver what you dared to center. Invoke the memory of those who understood the stars within, priests, prophets, sages. Center your breath on the solar gate, and affirm wealth knows its way to me. As planets move in orbits, so too do blessings answer your gravitational field. You are standing in the field of Ra, the sun's wisdom inscribed in your belly. Place your palm upon this celestial seal and say, financial flow seeks me. What seeks finds, what you hold finds form. Call now into the solar well, let the wealth of the heavens spiral into my life. Your hand ignites the portal, and the vortex receives the command. Nothing spoken into this center goes unheard. Breathe in, and you breathe in the stardust of supply. Breathe out, and center the desire, I live in radiant prosperity. All energy centered here is encoded with return. You are a divine constellation walking. As your hand rests upon the solar plexus, chant inwardly, money, blessings, and abundance orbit me. You are now the sun, and all provision is your satellite. In the name of the ancients, you now enter the gravitational altar. Breathe, and say, what I desire, desires me. The field receives, records, and responds. The solar plexus spins like Saturn's rings when you center your affirmations. Declare, everything I need is magnetized to me. Now rest in knowing the draw has begun. Feel the ancient fire behind your ribs awaken. Touch the portal and whisper, prosperity is my divine inheritance. Like the moon pulled to the tide, so are riches pulled to your frequency. With reverence, breathe into the gravitational center of your being. Place your words there gently, opulence is my companion. And watch how the solar field attracts all things fitting this truth. Now you stand between stars and breath. Hand to center, you say, the universe rushes to fulfill my vision. The solar magnet receives your decree, and all dimensions bend toward your abundance. You place your hand upon your solar plexus, and as you breathe in, you feel the ancient pool of the universe centering within you. Every affirmation of abundance now orbits your being, magnetized by the golden gravity of your inner sun. As you whisper, I am prosperous into the solar gate of your body, your breath ignites the gravitational field that kings once spoke of in sacred rites. Your words become planets, drawn home to manifest. You breathe deeply, and the solar plexus spins like the wheel of heaven. Your desires, once distant stars, now bend toward you as if summoned by divine decree. With your hand on your solar sun, you center the word wealth. And like a star summoning light, the gravitational pull of your core draws the substance of that word into your living field. The ancients taught that the solar plexus is the seat of command. You breathe in, and your command is clear, financial overflow. The heavens obey, pulled to you by the authority of your inner gravity. You feel the golden orb within you respond to your breath. Abundance flows to me, you affirm. And as your intention rests in your core, it is magnetized by the pulse of creation itself. With your hand resting upon the solar gate, you breathe into the space where words become worlds. Your affirmation now carries celestial mass, and the field around you bends to make it real. From the records of old, you remember, the solar plexus is not only an energy center, it is a sun. You breathe prosperity into it, and like a star, it pulls every opportunity into your orbit. You breathe softly and place your hand with reverence. Financial favor finds me, you say, and the gravitational tides within your solar field reach into the unseen, pulling forth the riches of the spiritual world. As the sages once breathed with the stars, so do you now breathe into your center. With each exhale, the vibration of your intention gains mass and momentum, drawn by the power of your inner magnet. You center the word overflow in your solar plexus, and it hums with cosmic intelligence. As your breath deepens, you become the pool of the galaxy. Everything you seek is now seeking you. You are still. You are breath. You are center. Abundance is here, you say. And the weight of that truth, anchored in your solar sun, shifts the heavens in your favor. The priest kings of old knew what you now remember. To place the hand upon the solar center is to open the gate of magnetic prayer. You breathe, you speak, and all creation bends to meet your call. You affirm divine income and place your hand upon the solar throne. At once, the gravitational field within you responds, attracting streams of heavenly provision to pour into your hands. You sit as one aligned with the center of stars. You breathe, speak, and center your desire. The solar plexus spins with celestial force, and what you seek is summoned, as light to a flame. Your solar plexus energy center is a gravitational field, drawing in every word, affirmation, and desire you breathe into it or touch with your hand. You place your hand upon the center of your power, the solar plexus, and feel the gravity of creation stirring. As you breathe in the affirmation of abundance, the field draws prosperity to orbit your life. From the ancient scrolls of inner temples, the solar gate was known to magnetize the heavens. As you breathe desire into your core, the celestial codes of wealth descend, pulled into your gravitational field. You are the sun within. As you breathe into your solar plexus, your inner gravity aligns with divine supply, and all financial blessings are drawn to you as planets drawn to their star. Through the wisdom of the Magi and the whispers of prophets, it was known, to touch the solar plexus is to command magnetic light. As you center your affirmation here, wealth bends toward you. You breathe into the golden wheel of your solar plexus. And there, the sacred word abundance becomes a gravitational force, pulling treasures from realms unseen into the orbit of your now. You speak no word lightly here, each utterance into the solar core is encoded with celestial gravity. As you hold your desire in that sacred field, financial blessings surrender to your pool. You become a living sun. With your hand on the solar plexus, and your breath infused with sacred intent, gold, opportunity, and flow cannot resist your divine magnetism. The ancient mystics aligned their breath with the stars, their focus with the center of gravity within. Now, as you breathe into your solar plexus, you do the same, and all provision hurries to meet you. You inhale light and affirmation, you exhale gravitational summons. The more you breathe into your solar field, the more wealth, favor, and fortune are drawn to dwell in your orbit. The solar plexus, once called the gate of the sun in ancient scrolls, is now open in you. Each word of blessing, when centered there, becomes irresistible to the flow of financial increase. With your palm as the seal and your breath as the key, you touch the solar field of light. In that center, your desire crystallizes, and financial blessings begin their journey toward you. You hold the word overflow in the gravitational field of your solar plexus. From the ethos, the response is immediate, gold paths align, streams converge, and resources gather around your field. Breathe into your solar plexus as if breathing into the sun. With each breath, your gravitational pull strengthens, and the universe cannot help but respond with provision. By divine design, you were made with the sun at your core. Each desire you send into this field becomes a sacred call, and money, clients, ideas, and opportunities cannot resist the gravity. You are no longer waiting. You are drawing. Through breath, through focused intent at your solar plexus, you magnetize the future. Financial blessings now accelerate toward your light. The solar plexus is a gravitational field. As you breathe into it or place your hand upon it, words, affirmations, and desires are magnetically pulled toward you by the ancient breath of the prophets and seers. You place your hand upon the golden gate of your being, your solar plexus, a sun within, a magnetic womb. As you breathe, your desires are drawn like stars into orbit, and financial blessings answer your gravitational call. With every breath, you awaken the sun within, that radiant chamber below your ribs. As your hand rests gently there, the wealth of the heavens bows low and is drawn to the center of your will. You are the mirror of the firmament, and your solar plexus is the throne of command. As you whisper your desire into it, it pulls coins from corners unseen, and harvests abundance from fields. In the silence of your breath, the gravitational field of the sun within is stirred. Your affirmations spin like comets, and wealth, once distant, now curves toward you in harmonic obedience. You breathe with the rhythm of the ancients, and place your palm upon the golden wheel of destiny. Your solar plexus turns like a galaxy, and all that you name is drawn forth from the ethers into your hands. From Babylon to Jerusalem, from Kemet to the stars, mystics knew the solar gate was a field of pull. Now, you remember. You breathe. You center. You command. And the treasury of the heavens responds. The sun behind your navel spins with memory, and you, as oracle, speak to it in affirmation. Your words are magnets. Gold, land, provision, and opportunity curve inward toward the gravity of your centered will. You are the living constellation of intent, and your solar plexus is the gravitational center. You breathe with focus, speak with reverence, and what you name now follows the curve of the path your soul illuminates. The breath you take is a sacred inhalation of creation, and the center you touch is a star of summoning. As you speak your need, it spirals inward, like stardust falling into the cup of your waiting. You stand in the sacred geometry of the cosmos, with your palm upon the gravitational temple within. With each breath, your magnetism intensifies, and the universe, in response, rearranges itself to meet your words with riches. The mystics of old called it the fire wheel, and you now breathe life into it. You whisper provision and feel it drawn toward you, as a comet to the gravity of a rising sun. In your core resides the throne of divine will. As your breath deepens, you activate its spin. Your financial blessings, long circling, now surrender to your pull and arrive with the certainty of prophecy. You align with the harmony of heaven, not by striving, but by centering. The solar plexus sings as you breathe, and your declarations ride the spiral inward, collecting wealth as bees to honey. With the wisdom of the Magi, you center your palm, and utter your sacred desires. They fall into your field like rain returning to the source. You are the gravitational breath of spirit in motion. Each word you center becomes a beacon. The sun within pools in the blessings named, and the vaults of heaven yield to your silent, magnetic knowing. Your solar plexus energy center is a gravitational field, and as you breathe into it or place your hand upon it, your words, affirmations, and desires are magnetically pulled toward you. You place your hand upon the golden sun within your body, the solar plexus. As you breathe deeply, you awaken its ancient gravitational pull. With every word of abundance you center there, wealth begins its sacred journey toward you. The fire at your core is a magnetic star, drawing all you speak into its orbit. Breathe in, affirm your desire, and feel your solar plexus command the universe to align in your favor. As your palm rests upon your solar plexus, the field within responds like a celestial magnet. Your affirmations spin out as rays of light, pulling financial blessings from unseen realms into your life. You breathe into the throne of your inner sun, and your words become celestial signals. The gravitational field bends space and time, drawing riches close as planets around their star. The ancient keepers of wisdom knew this center as the sacred seat of power. By breathing and focusing your desire here, you awaken a cosmic law. What you name is drawn into your orbit. You hold the space beneath your ribs and invite abundance in. With each breath, the gravitational field intensifies, magnetizing wealth like a star pulls moons to its dance. Speak your financial blessings softly into your solar plexus. Feel the magnetic pull awaken, summoning the flow of prosperity with the steady beat of your breath. You are a sun surrounded by your own created gravity. Place your hand on your core and breathe intention deeply. Watch as opportunities and resources spiral inward toward your center. The cosmic breath flows through you now. Your hand on the solar plexus is a call to the universe. All that you desire is drawn by the invisible currents of your inner sun. Inhale the power of your inner star, exhale your affirmations of wealth. Your solar plexus radiates a magnetic field that pulls blessings from the vastness of space into your hands. You align with the celestial currents of supply. Your breath ignites the gravitational force within your solar plexus, turning your words into unstoppable magnets for fortune. The sacred fire in your belly is a beacon. With focused breath and intention, you call forth abundance, and it rushes to you like planets to their sun. You are the center of your financial universe. Your solar plexus pulses with magnetic power. Breathe into this power, and your desires bend reality, drawing all that you need to you. Place your palm and breathe deeply into the solar plexus, your ancient star of magnetism. Every word you center here is a gravitational pull, summoning wealth with divine precision. You are the living manifestation of cosmic attraction. As you breathe and speak into your solar plexus, the gravitational field aligns the unseen with your spoken truth, bringing your financial blessings near. Your solar plexus energy center is a gravitational field. Breathing into it or placing your hand on it while centering words, affirmations, or desires magnetically pulls blessings to you. You place your hand over your solar plexus, the golden sun within your body, and breathe deeply. As you center your desires, you awaken the ancient gravitational field that draws abundance irresistibly toward you. With every breath you send into your solar plexus, you ignite the sacred fire of manifestation. Your affirmations become magnetic stars, pulling financial blessings from the cosmic ether into your life. You are the sun within your own universe. As you place your palm on your solar center and breathe, your words spiral outward as gravitational waves, drawing wealth to your orbit. The sages of old knew the power held in the belly, the seat of solar magnetism. Breathe into this field now, speak your intentions, and watch the universe rearrange to bring you prosperity. You breathe life into the ancient temple of your solar plexus. With your hand as a seal, your desires become gravitational forces, bending reality to deliver what you call forth. Place your hand and center your breath, and feel the magnetic pull of your solar plexus drawing forth all that you need for financial blessing. Your breath is a sacred summons, your words, a magnetic force. As you breathe and speak into your solar sun, financial abundance flows freely to meet you. You awaken the golden vortex at your core. With each breath and centered affirmation, your solar plexus pulls blessings from the unseen realms, drawing them near. Breathe deeply and place your hand on your solar plexus. Feel the gravitational field stir, magnetizing wealth and opportunity as surely as the sun pulls planets. You are a living star. Your breath fuels the magnetic field of your solar plexus, calling forth financial blessings from the cosmic ocean. In the sacred space beneath your ribs, you ignite the ancient fire. Speak your desire here, and it becomes a force that draws prosperity like moths to light. You are aligned with the celestial currents of supply. With your hand on your solar center, You breathe and affirm, and abundance bends space to come to you. Your solar plexus is the sun of your inner world. Place your palm, breathe intention, and watch as financial blessings orbit into your life's path. Breathe into your solar plexus as if breathing into the heart of a star. Every word of abundance you center here becomes a magnetic pulse, attracting wealth with divine precision. You stand in the gravitational field of your soul's power. As you breathe and place your hand upon your solar plexus, your desires become magnets, pulling all good things toward you. You place your hand upon your solar plexus, the ancient sun within you, and breathe deeply. As your breath flows, the gravitational field awakens, pulling prosperity from unseen realms directly to your life. With each inhale into your solar center, you awaken the golden vortex of abundance. Your affirmations become magnetic waves, bending the currents of the cosmos to deliver wealth into your orbit. You breathe and center your desire beneath your ribs, where the fire of creation burns. The solar plexus responds as a magnet, drawing to you every financial blessing spoken from your heart. As your hand rests upon your solar plexus, you invoke the power of the ancients, priests, kings, and mystics, who knew this center as the throne of attraction. Your breath now calls forth all that you need. You speak your wealth into being at the altar of your solar plexus. With every breath, the gravitational field spins faster, drawing gold, opportunity, and favor to your command. You are the sun in your own celestial system. Your solar plexus is your gravitational core. Breathe into this center, and watch the universe realign, drawing blessings ever closer. Your hand upon your belly is a sacred seal. As you breathe intention into this center, you become a magnet to fortune, pulling abundance like planets to their star. You awaken the fire wheel within, and your breath carries the sound of creation. Words of prosperity centered here become cosmic signals, summoning financial blessings to you. Breathe into the solar plexus, the seat of your divine will. With your hand as a conduit, your affirmations become gravitational forces, summoning wealth with the certainty of the stars. You align your breath and touch with the timeless pulse of the universe. Your solar center becomes a beacon, drawing money, opportunity, and favor from the vastness to your life. As you place your palm on your solar plexus, you invoke the magnetic power of the sun within. Each word you breathe here becomes a sacred pool, drawing blessings to your hands. You are the living star of your financial destiny. Breathe deeply into your solar center, and feel the gravitational field strengthen, pulling all provision into your orbit. Your breath is the wind that awakens the solar fire. With your hand resting on this core, you magnetize your spoken desires, and financial blessings flow like a river to your feet. You summon the power of ancient suns with every breath into your solar plexus. Words of abundance become magnetic orbits, gathering wealth, opportunities, and grace to your life. You stand in the sacred circle of your inner sun. As you breathe and place your hand on your solar plexus, the gravitational pull of your soul draws financial blessings irresistibly toward you. Your solar plexus energy center is a gravitational field. Breathing into it or placing a hand on it while centering words, affirmations, or desires magnetically pulls blessings toward you. You place your hand upon your solar plexus, the ancient sun within your body, and breathe deeply. As you center your desires, you awaken a magnetic force that pulls abundance irresistibly to your being. With every breath into your solar center, you ignite the sacred gravitational field that calls forth wealth from the unseen realms into your life's orbit. Your words spoken into the solar plexus become celestial magnets. Each affirmation spins in your inner vortex, drawing financial blessings like stars drawn to a sun. As you breathe and focus your hand on your solar plexus, The power of ancient mystics flows through you, bending the currents of the cosmos to deliver prosperity. You are the sun at the center of your universe. Your solar plexus is your gravitational core. Breathe intention here and watch all riches spiral toward your radiant light. Your breath is a sacred summon, your palm a beacon. Together, they awaken the magnetic field within, pulling all provision and opportunity into your presence. Place your hand gently and breathe deeply into the solar plexus, the throne of manifestation. Your centered words now become gravitational laws, drawing fortune near. You awaken the fire wheel within, your breath and affirmations turn it into a powerful magnet, summoning financial blessings from the cosmic sea. The solar plexus, seat of your will and power, responds to your breath as the universe responds to the sun. Wealth flows naturally, drawn by your magnetic field. You breathe and place your hand where divine light gathers. Your words become the axis of attraction, pulling abundance like moons to their star. With reverence, you invoke the ancient gravitational force within your belly, knowing that every desire held here summons riches from the infinite. You are a living sun, and your breath fuels the magnetic force of your solar plexus, drawing financial blessings closer with every centered affirmation. Your palm upon your solar center ignites the sacred magnetism, turning your spoken desires into celestial currents that bring forth provision and favor. You align with the cosmic flow as you breathe into your solar plexus. Your affirmations become irresistible pull, calling wealth and opportunity into your sphere. As you place your hand and center your breath, you awaken the gravitational heart of your being. Financial blessings rush to you, drawn by the sacred sun within. Your solar plexus energy center is a gravitational field. As you breathe into it or place your hand on it while centering words, affirmations, or desires, they are magnetically pulled to you. You place your hand on the golden sun within your body, your solar plexus, and breathe deeply. With every breath, the ancient gravitational field awakens, drawing financial blessings close to your heart. As you center your words and desires in your solar plexus, you ignite a magnetic force that pulls prosperity from the hidden realms into your life's orbit. Your breath flows like cosmic wind, and your hand becomes a beacon over your solar core. The universe bends toward you, responding to your call for abundance. You are the sun at the center of your own universe. Breathe into your solar plexus, and watch as all wealth and opportunity spiral toward your radiant light. Your words become sacred commands, magnetized by the fire within your belly. As you breathe, the gravitational pull strengthens, drawing riches and favor to your presence. With your hand resting upon your solar plexus, you activate the ancient power of attraction. Your centered affirmations ripple outward, bending the fabric of space to bring forth provision. You breathe deeply, awakening the celestial vortex in your core. Your desires become magnetic stars, orbiting your being and gathering blessings like moths to a flame. Your solar plexus is the throne of manifestation. With each breath and focused intention, you summon the wealth that waits to be drawn into your field. You hold your hand to your solar sun and speak with intention. The gravitational force within you pulls financial blessings from the ethers into your hands. You breathe and center your desires in the sacred fire of your solar plexus. Like planets circling a star, all that you call forth moves closer in harmonious orbit. Your breath is the sacred rhythm of creation. As you place your palm on your belly, your affirmations become magnetic currents, drawing abundance into your life. You are the living sun, your solar plexus glowing with power. With every breath, your magnetic field strengthens, pulling money, opportunities, and grace to you. Your hand upon your solar plexus is a seal of divine intention. Your breath carries the sound of invocation, calling forth all financial blessings aligned with your highest good. You breathe deeply into the center of your being, awakening the gravitational heart. Your words become magnetic forces that summon prosperity from all directions. You stand in the sacred space of your solar plexus. With breath and touch, you magnetize your affirmations, and the universe answers, sending financial blessings your way. Your solar plexus energy center is a gravitational field. As you breathe into it or place your hand on it and center words, affirmations, or desires, they are magnetically pulled to you. You place your hand upon the fiery sun of your solar plexus, breathing deeply into its magnetic core. As you center your desires there, financial blessings are drawn like planets to their star. With every sacred breath into your solar center, you awaken the ancient gravitational field within. Your affirmations become the cosmic forces that pull prosperity toward your life. You are the living sun, your solar plexus the orb of magnetism. Breathe intention into this space, and watch as wealth and opportunity spiral inward to your command. As you rest your hand on your belly, you ignite the sacred fire wheel of attraction. Your words, spoken with faith, become gravitational waves calling forth abundance. The mystics of old knew your solar plexus as the throne of manifestation. Now you breathe and affirm there, and the universe bends its currents to deliver financial blessings. You breathe deeply into your solar plexus, the wellspring of your power. Each word of abundance you center here becomes a magnetic force, drawing riches from the unseen realms. Place your hand gently over your solar sun and feel the ancient pool of creation. Your breath carries your desires out into the cosmos, summoning wealth back to your life. With each inhale, you fuel the magnetic field within your solar plexus. Your exhale releases the call for prosperity, and the universe responds, sending blessings your way. Your breath and touch awaken the gravitational heart of your being. Your centered affirmations become magnets for financial favor, drawing it irresistibly toward you. As you breathe into your solar plexus, you align with the cosmic currents of supply. Your hand becomes the seal of your intent, and abundance flows in perfect harmony. You are the radiant sun of your inner universe. Breathe with focus, place your hand, and feel the magnetic field pull financial blessings into your orbit. With your hand on your solar plexus, your breath deepens the sacred magnetism. Your desires become stars in your personal galaxy, drawing wealth to their center. You speak your financial blessings into being from the throne of your solar plexus. Your breath spins the magnetic field that bends the fabric of reality in your favor. You awaken the golden vortex within. Each breath you take fuels its pull, and your words become the gravitational forces that bring abundance into your life. You stand within the sacred circle of your solar sun. With breath and hand united, your centered desires draw financial blessings like moths to a flame. Your solar plexus energy center is a gravitational field. When you breathe in affirmations or place your hand on it and center words, affirmations, and desires, those desires will orbit you and are magnetically drawn to you by gravity. You place your hand upon the golden sun of your solar plexus and breathe deeply, awakening the ancient magnetic force that pulls prosperity to your core. As you breathe into your solar center, your words become sacred orbits, drawing financial blessings like stars circling their sun. With your palm resting on your belly, you ignite the gravitational field within, and wealth flows freely toward your radiant light. Your breath stirs the cosmic fire in your solar plexus, transforming affirmations into magnetic calls that summon abundance from the unseen realms. You are the sun at the center of your universe. Breathe and speak your desires into your solar plexus, and watch the heavens align in your favor. The ancient mystics knew this place as the throne of attraction. Place your hand, Breathe deeply, and call forth the riches awaiting your magnetism. As your breath flows into your solar plexus, you become a beacon of magnetic force, pulling opportunities and fortune into your life. Your centered words spin within your solar core, becoming gravitational waves that bend space and time to deliver financial blessings. You breathe life into the sacred fire of your solar plexus, and your desires become celestial magnets that draw prosperity near. With your hand on your solar sun, your breath activates the magnetic vortex within, pulling wealth and favor from the cosmic ocean to you. You are a radiant star, and your solar plexus pulses with magnetic power. Breathe and affirm, and all financial blessings accelerate toward your light. Your palm resting on your belly is a sacred seal. As you breathe intention into this core, abundance is drawn like planets to their sun. You speak your blessings into the gravitational heart of your being. Each breath strengthens the pull that draws riches and resources near. The solar plexus, seat of your divine will, responds to your breath as the universe responds to the sun. Wealth flows naturally to your magnetic field. You stand within the sacred circle of your solar sun. As you breathe and place your hand upon this center, financial blessings rush to you, drawn by the force of your intention. The solar plexus energy center is a gravitational field, where as you breathe into it or place a hand on it and center words, affirmations, or desires, they are magnetically pulled to you. You place your hand on the radiant sun within your solar plexus and breathe deeply. Your affirmations become magnetic forces that draw financial blessings into your orbit. As you breathe into your solar center, the ancient gravitational field awakens. Every word you center becomes a beacon, pulling wealth from the unseen cosmos. With your palm resting on your belly, you ignite the sacred fire of attraction. Your desires spiral outward and return, magnetized by your inner sun. Your breath stirs the celestial vortex at your core. Your focused intentions ripple through space, bending the flow of abundance toward your life. You are the sun at the heart of your universe. Breathe into your solar plexus, and watch opportunities and fortune spiral ever closer. The sages called this the throne of manifestation. Place your hand, breathe your words, and the magnetic field will draw riches to you. Your breath carries the ancient power of creation. As you center your hand on your solar plexus, your affirmations become gravitational waves pulling blessings near. You awaken the golden wheel within. Each breath you take strengthens the magnetic pull of your desires, drawing financial blessings like planets to a star. Your palm is the seal of your intent, your breath, the sacred summons. Together, they magnetize wealth and provision toward your presence. As you breathe into your solar plexus, you align with cosmic currents. Your words become radiant orbits, and abundance flows freely to your hands. You are the living sun. Your solar plexus pulses with magnetic energy. With every breath, your financial blessings accelerate toward your radiant core. Place your hand over your solar sun and feel the ancient gravitational pull. Your centered affirmations summon resources from the vastness of the cosmos. Your breath and touch awaken the sacred magnetism within. Your desires become stars in your personal galaxy, drawing fortune and favor. You breathe life into the heart of your being. Your words spin the gravitational field that bends space and time to bring prosperity to you. You stand within the sacred circle of your solar plexus. With breath and touch united, your centered desires pull financial blessings like moths to flame. Your solar plexus energy center is a gravitational field. As you breathe into it or place a hand on it and center words, affirmations, or desires, they are magnetically pulled to you. You place your hand over the glowing sun within your solar plexus, breathing deeply into its magnetic heart. Your words become stars, pulling financial blessings to your orbit. As you breathe into your solar center, the ancient gravitational field stirs. Every affirmation you focus there draws prosperity like planets drawn to their sun. Your palm rests on the sacred fire of your belly, igniting a magnetic vortex. Your desires spiral outward and return, multiplied and manifested. You breathe life into the golden wheel of your solar plexus, and your centered words become forces that bend the currents of abundance toward you. With your hand touching the solar plexus, you awaken the throne of manifestation. Your breath and intent summon wealth from realms unseen. You are the sun at the center of your universe. Breathe intention deeply and watch as financial blessings spiral inward to your radiant core. Your breath carries the power of ancient mystics, your palm a beacon. Together, they magnetize opportunities and fortune to your presence. You awaken the sacred magnetism within your solar plexus. With each breath and word, you pull riches from the cosmic sea into your life. Your palm is the seal of your desire, your breath the call to the universe. Financial blessings flow freely toward the gravitational heart of your being. As you breathe into your solar sun, your affirmations become radiant orbits, bending space and time to deliver wealth and favor. You are the living star whose solar plexus pulses with magnetic energy. With every breath, abundance accelerates toward your being. Place your hand on your solar plexus and feel the ancient pull. Your centered desires become celestial magnets, summoning financial blessings. Your breath and touch ignite the gravitational field within. Your words spin the wheel of fortune, drawing prosperity near. You breathe intention into the heart of your solar plexus, awakening the magnetic core that calls forth all you desire. You stand within the sacred circle of your solar sun. With breath and hand united, your centered affirmations pull financial blessings like moths to flame. You place your hand upon the radiant sun within your solar plexus and breathe deeply. Your words become magnetic stars drawing financial blessings near. As you breathe into your solar center, the ancient gravitational field awakens, your affirmations spiral outward and pull prosperity to your core. Your palm rests upon the sacred fire of your belly, your desires ignite the magnetic vortex that pulls wealth from the cosmos into your life. You breathe life into the golden wheel of your solar plexus, your centered words bend the currents of abundance toward your being. With your hand upon your solar plexus, you awaken the throne of manifestation, your breath and intent summon riches from unseen realms. You are the sun at the center of your universe. Breathe deeply, and watch financial blessings orbit closer with each sacred breath. Your breath carries ancient power, your palm a beacon, together they magnetize fortune and opportunity to your presence. You awaken the sacred magnetism within your solar plexus, each breath and word pulls riches from the infinite cosmic sea. Your palm is the seal of desire, your breath the call to the universe, abundance flows freely toward your gravitational core. As you breathe into your solar sun, your affirmations become radiant orbits bending space and time to bring wealth and favor. You are the living star whose solar plexus pulses with magnetic energy. With every breath, abundance accelerates toward your being. Place your hand on your solar plexus and feel the ancient gravitational pull. Your desires become celestial magnets summoning blessings. Your breath and touch ignite the gravitational field within. Your words spin the wheel of fortune, drawing prosperity near. You breathe intention into the heart of your solar plexus, awakening the magnetic core that calls forth all you seek. You stand within the sacred circle of your solar sun, with breath and hand united, your centered affirmations pull financial blessings like moths to flame. The solar plexus energy center is a gravitational field, whereas you breathe into it or place a hand on it and center words, affirmations, or desires, they are magnetically pulled to you. You place your hand upon the blazing sun of your solar plexus and breathe deeply, igniting the ancient magnetic force that pulls abundance toward your being. As your breath flows into your solar center, you awaken the gravitational power within, drawing financial blessings from the unseen realms into your life. Your words, spoken with intent and centered in your belly, become magnetic orbits that draw wealth and opportunity closer to your heart. You breathe into the sacred fire of your solar plexus, stirring a magnetic vortex that pulls prosperity as surely as planets revolve around the sun. With your hand resting over your solar plexus, you summon the power of the ancients, whose wisdom knew this center as the throne of attraction and manifestation. You are the radiant sun at the core of your universe. With each breath and focused affirmation, your magnetic field pulls financial blessings toward your light. Your breath is the sacred wind that ignites the magnetic wheel within your belly, turning your desires into gravitational forces that summon wealth. You hold the sacred seal of intention upon your solar plexus. Your words become celestial magnets that draw riches from the cosmic ocean. As you breathe deeply and center your desires within your solar center, you activate the gravitational heart that pulls fortune and favor near. You are a living star, your solar plexus pulsing with magnetic energy. With each breath, your affirmations draw financial blessings like moths to flame. Your palm resting on your solar sun is the beacon of your will. Your breath carries the sacred call that bends space and time to deliver abundance. You breathe into the golden core of your being. Your centered affirmations spin the magnetic field that summons wealth and opportunity. Your hand upon your solar plexus ignites the ancient gravitational force. Your words and breath create a vortex that pulls prosperity into your life. You awaken the cosmic currents of supply as you breathe into your solar center. Your affirmations become magnetic waves that attract financial blessings. You stand within the sacred circle of your solar sun, with breath and touch united. Your desires become powerful magnets drawing financial blessings to you. The solar plexus gravitational field draws blessings to you as you breathe into it or place a hand on it and center words, affirmations, or desires. You place your hand upon your solar plexus, the golden sun within, and breathe deeply. As you center your affirmations, the ancient gravitational force draws wealth to you. With each breath into your solar core, you awaken the magnetic field that pulls financial blessings from the unseen cosmos into your life. Your words become radiant orbits spinning around the fire in your belly, drawing abundance like planets circling their sun. You breathe deeply, and your palm ignites the sacred magnetism of your solar plexus, summoning opportunities and prosperity. The solar plexus is your cosmic center of attraction. Breathe, affirm, and watch as riches spiral into your life's orbit. You are the sun at the center of your universe. Your breath fuels the gravitational field that draws fortune near. Your hand resting on your solar plexus awakens the throne of manifestation. Your intentions ripple through space, calling blessings to you. You breathe life into the sacred fire within, your centered words magnetizing financial favor and abundance. The gravitational pull of your solar sun grows with every breath, pulling wealth and opportunities into your magnetic field. Place your hand and speak your desires. Your breath sends ripples through the cosmic sea, summoning provision. You breathe into the core of your being, awakening a magnetic vortex that draws all you need for prosperity. Your palm is the seal of your intent. Your breath is the sacred call that bends reality toward your financial blessings. You are a living star, and your solar plexus pulses with magnetism. Your affirmations pull riches closer with divine force. With breath and touch united, you activate the ancient gravitational field that draws fortune from the celestial spheres. You stand in the radiant circle of your solar sun. Your centered words and breath become the magnetic forces pulling abundance near. The solar plexus energy center is a gravitational field. whereas you breathe into it or place a hand on it and center words, affirmations, or desires, they are magnetically pulled to you. You place your hand upon the glowing sun within your solar plexus and breathe deeply, awakening the ancient force that magnetizes wealth toward your being. As you breathe into your solar center, your words become sacred orbits, pulling financial blessings like planets drawn to their star. Your palm rests on the fiery core of your belly, igniting a magnetic vortex that draws prosperity from the cosmic sea into your life. You breathe life into the golden wheel of your solar plexus, your focused intentions bend the currents of abundance toward you. With your hand over your solar plexus, you invoke the ancient throne of manifestation, summoning riches from unseen realms. You are the radiant sun at the heart of your universe. With each breath and centered affirmation, your magnetic field draws fortune near. Your breath carries the sacred power of creation. Your palm becomes a beacon, magnetizing opportunity and favor to your presence. You awaken the cosmic magnetism within your solar plexus. Each word and breath pulls riches from the infinite beyond. Your palm seals your intent, your breath sends a call across the cosmos, drawing abundance to your gravitational core. As you breathe deeply into your solar sun, your affirmations spin radiant orbits, bending space and time to bring blessings. You are a living star, your solar plexus pulsing with magnetic energy. With every breath, financial blessings accelerate toward you. Place your hand on your solar plexus and feel the ancient pull. Your centered desires become magnets summoning prosperity. Your breath and touch ignite the gravitational field within. Your words spin the wheel of fortune, drawing blessings near. You breathe intention into the heart of your solar plexus, awakening the magnetic core that calls forth all you desire. You stand within the sacred circle of your solar sun, with breath and hand united. Your centered affirmations pull financial blessings like moths to flame. You place your hand upon your solar plexus, the radiant sun within, and breathe deeply, awakening its magnetic power to draw abundance near. With each breath into your solar center, you ignite the ancient gravitational force that pulls financial blessings from the vast cosmos into your life. Your words spoken into your belly become magnetic stars, orbiting your solar plexus and drawing wealth ever closer. You breathe life into the sacred fire of your solar plexus. Your centered affirmations bend the cosmic currents of abundance toward you. As you rest your hand upon your solar sun, you activate the throne of manifestation, summoning riches from realms unseen. You are the sun at the heart of your universe. Breathe with focus, and watch opportunities spiral into your orbit. Your breath is the sacred wind that fans the magnetic flame within, calling fortune and favor to your presence. You awaken the cosmic magnetism within your solar plexus. Your desires, fueled by breath and intention, draw prosperity like moths to a flame. Your palm seals your intent. Your breath carries a cosmic call that pulls financial blessings toward your gravitational core. As you breathe deeply into your solar plexus, your affirmations become radiant orbits, bending space and time to bring forth wealth. You are a living star. Your solar plexus pulses with magnetic energy, drawing riches and opportunities closer with every breath. Place your hand over your solar plexus and feel the ancient gravitational pull. Your centered desires become magnets summoning abundance. Your breath and touch ignite the sacred field within. Your words spin the wheel of fortune, drawing blessings nearer. You breathe intention into the golden core of your being, awakening the magnetic heart that calls forth all you seek. You stand within the sacred circle of your solar sun, with breath and hand united. Your focused affirmations pull financial blessings like planets to their star. Your solar plexus energy center is a gravitational field. As you breathe into it or place a hand on it and center words, affirmations, or desires, they are magnetically pulled to you. You place your hand upon the radiant sun within your solar plexus and breathe deeply, awakening the ancient magnetic force that draws abundance toward your being. As you breathe into your solar center, the gravitational field stirs, pulling financial blessings from the unseen cosmos into your life. Your words, centered in your belly, become magnetic orbits that draw wealth and opportunity closer to your heart. You breathe life into the sacred fire of your solar plexus, your intentions bend the currents of abundance toward you. With your hand resting over your solar plexus, you invoke the throne of manifestation, summoning riches from unseen realms. You are the radiant sun at the heart of your universe, each breath and affirmation draws fortune near. Your breath carries the sacred power of creation, your palm becomes a beacon, magnetizing opportunity to your presence. You awaken the cosmic magnetism within your solar plexus, each word and breath pulls riches from the infinite beyond. Your palm is the seal of your intent, your breath sends a call across the cosmos, drawing abundance to your core. As you breathe deeply into your solar sun, your affirmations spin radiant orbits, bending space and time to bring blessings. You are a living star, your solar plexus pulsing with magnetic energy, every breath draws financial blessings closer. Place your hand on your solar plexus and feel the ancient pull, your desires become celestial magnets summoning prosperity. Your breath and touch ignite the gravitational field within, your words spin the wheel of fortune, drawing blessings near. You breathe intention into the heart of your solar plexus, awakening the magnetic core that calls forth all you desire. You stand within the sacred circle of your solar sun, with breath and hand united, your affirmations pull financial blessings like moths to flame. You place your hand upon the radiant sun within your solar plexus and breathe deeply, igniting the magnetic force that draws financial blessings toward your core. As you breathe into your solar center, the ancient gravitational field awakens, your words become sacred orbits, pulling prosperity to your being. Your palm rests upon the fiery heart of your belly, spinning a magnetic vortex that calls wealth from the cosmic seas into your life. You breathe life into the golden wheel within your solar plexus, and your focused affirmations bend the currents of abundance toward you. With your hand resting on your solar plexus, you invoke the throne of manifestation, summoning riches from unseen realms to your presence. You are the sun at the center of your universe, breathe with intention, and watch fortune spiral closer with every sacred breath. Your breath carries the sacred power of creation, your palm becomes a beacon, magnetizing opportunities and blessings to your field. You awaken the cosmic magnetism within your solar plexus, your centered desires, fueled by breath and intent, pull financial blessings like moths to flame. Your palm seals your intent, your breath a sacred summons, abundance flows freely toward your gravitational heart. As you breathe into your solar sun, your affirmations become radiant orbits, bending space and time to bring wealth and favor near. You are a living star, your solar plexus pulsing with magnetic energy, with each breath, your financial blessings accelerate toward your being. Place your hand upon your solar plexus and feel the ancient gravitational pull, your centered affirmations summon prosperity like celestial magnets. Your breath and touch ignite the sacred field within, your words spin the wheel of fortune, drawing blessings nearer with every pulse. You breathe intention into the golden core of your being, awakening the magnetic heart that calls forth all you seek. You stand within the sacred circle of your solar sun, with breath and hand united, your centered desires pull financial blessings to you like planets to their star.